Dome, dome, dome. Let's see here. Let's see here. What's going on now? What's going on? Can I see it? Can I see it moving? I don't see it. Oh, there it is moving right there. Well, let's see. Bump, 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 bump. We got to change one thing here.
I'm eating popcorn
Ding.
already.
Barely. You're spilling it all over yourself. All right. Just so you guys know, it looks like we are attempting to be on X, Facebook Blue, Facebook Personal, Rumble, YouTube, and, of course, KGXTradio.com. We're simulcasting, so if you're driving around, you want to listen to us on the radio station, that's a good thing. Some of you might have been listening to Pink Floyd and gone, God damn it, why didn't you wait till the song was over? Well, I'll tell you, because I wasn't listening to the song. All right.
Hey, John Morgan just dropped $2. I already screwed up next year. 2027 is my year. We're not even there yet.
Well, that's a guy who's punting on day one. He's like, fuck it. I'm out. Just, I don't even want, no expectations
He's
there.
looking to the future.
Isn't he, though?
Yes.
All right, listen up. Before we got to do everything, let's raise one final glass. No, we may
final
raise
glass?
it. Yeah, it's the end of the year.
You're going to have many before the end.
I swear to God, woman, I will raise up and lay hands on you. You want to go?
You want me to leave?
You want to go?
I'll leave.
You want me to go? You want to go? Let's go outside
Let's
right
go
now.
right now.
You ready? Boy, if I had a brick. Don't smirk your eyes at me like that. If a person can smirk their eyes, that's what she's doing. Listen, yeah, she's right. We'll probably raise a few glasses tonight, but we always raise the initial glass. We always kick things off. We got to kick this pig and get it going. We start things off with I've got my glass right here. This one's from Little Miss Hot and Nerdy. Right there in the picture. Do you see that? BOTGN, bottom of the glass, shot glass. That is a view from the Foxhole Studios in Minden, Nevada. The sun is setting over the south rim of South Lake Tahoe. That's a lot of souths going on there, but it's true. It's factual. That is a beautiful view. Some of you have actually seen that very view. But for those of you that haven't, we provided this picture for you. So what you need to do is don't drink and tailgate like I am. Don't drink till the show starts. I started a little bit early, so my words are already slurring. I don't know what the over-under is on me completing this live stream, but put me down for under half if that's the number on there. All right, for the last bottom of the glass show of 2025, raise your glass. I'm raising mine. Let's drink together. Don't make me drink alone. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't prefer to. And here we go. Gen X Mom.
Oh, I'm drinking too. Rude. The usual suspects are in here tonight on YouTube. Kristen Hartman, Bob McKinley, Josh D, Roach Bean.
Roach Bean?
Shasta Williams is in. Jeremy B, Firewood Dart. Oh, the usual suspects are in.
There we go. All right. So, in the tradition of the original Drag and Drop segment, I put in 40 pictures.
40?
I didn't have time to organize or label one of them. Everything's going to be out of order. Nothing's going to be what you expect. And the conversations are going to vary. Would you like to know whose fault it is?
Not mine.
Right here. Look where I'm pointing right there. That's whose fault it is. Because all day long, you didn't update Pigskin Pick'em. You didn't update Pigskin Pick'em. It took me 30 minutes to go through the update and put it out everywhere. I would have had 30 more minutes for show prep.
You know what? I have a bone to pick about that.
What?
I told you about that days ago. Not my fault that we had a staff meeting and you bitched and told everybody, you got to do this, 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 this. I felt, you know what? Nobody's telling you what to do.
Except you.
Exactly. So get your shit done.
You
get
just
your house
admitted
in order.
You just
and
admitted
then you can go play.
You just admitted it was your fault.
No, I didn't.
That is clearly what you just said. You said yes.
I said get your house in order.
Oh my God! All right. You know what? This is why I drink. It's moments like this when I tell you, when the ring on your finger starts to burn, you know why. All right. So we got that out of the way. For those of you, for your dancing and listening pleasure, if you didn't get the notification, yeah, we're getting squelched. If you didn't get the notification, YouTube won't always tell you. Facebook doesn't always tell you. X doesn't always tell you. Rumble doesn't always let you guys know. You know who does? This guy, the Hefe. How? Patreon. Join Patreon. It's a few bucks. You get to see a ton of behind-the-scenes stuff. We post almost daily. And you get a notification. We just send you a quick email. We call them smoke signals because smoke signals cannot be stopped. No. Just like Indians and blankets on the prairie and the plains, they let the smoke signals go so you can tell what's going on. That's what we do. That is our tribe. We are a tribe with smoke signals. But you got to join. We just send you an email saying, hey, we're going live in about 20 minutes, half an hour. That's it. We do not bug you with anything. We don't try to sell you anything. We don't give your information away. It's just a way to communicate with you. And it puts a couple bucks in our pocket and helps us out. So, Patreon. Doom, 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 doom. All right. What else was there? Is this comes up? Let me see if that comes up. Yeah. All right. The Garage Show. Let me get into this a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know about the Garage Show, where we go over to the Foxhole Studios and film with the Sun Valley Fox in his garage. Yeah, it's true. I've answered a lot of questions. We do hire the elderly for a tax break. Why else would I put up with him? He is a little bit handicapped. We get a tax break for that. Why else would I put up with him? I do go over there and drink all of his alcohol. Why else would I put up with him? I'll tell you why. Because I married his sister and she says, I have to. Well, okay. If I have to, then I do. But in all seriousness, we have fumbled around with that thing and fucked it up so many times. We're finally on a roll. We've had about 3 or 4 good shows in a row where the audio, the video has worked, the streaming has worked. We're not going to mess around with that. Maybe in the afternoon, maybe around 2. No. We're just going to go back to 6. And that means if we're doing something outside in the dark, Sun Valley Fox and I have already agreed we're going to get lights. Going to put it out there for you guys to see. Gen X Mom's just going to have to triple, quadruple layer. Suck it up, Buttercup. Well, how else can you do it? You're going to have to do the stream bundled up like an Eskimo. What else can you do? Your brother brought in a heater, a kerosene heater, to cook you out just so you'd be okay.
That's fine.
All right. So that's what we're going to do, letting you guys know that the consistency and the quality will remain at a high standard and an exemplary level for throughout the rest of the winter. Yeah, I said that with a straight face because I mean it right now. Now, is it actually going to happen? I don't know. I have no idea. We're going to do our best. All right. Moving on. There's my stuff here. Where am I at? Go all the way back up top. All right. This is all out of order. But before we get going, because I think one of the first pictures is coming up, something I want to let you guys be familiar with. We moved the Las Vegas in-person event. This is like our 5th or 6th year of doing the Las Vegas in-person. We do a meet and greet. We do a VIP session. We do it every year. It's a big event. Everybody shows up. We do stuff all around town with you guys, with the viewers, with the fans. It's a lot of fun. But we moved it from Vegas. Vegas is challenging this year. Very expensive, not cutting us any breaks. And then I think the Pacquiao fight got scheduled for the same weekend that we already had ours scheduled for. Now, I know Pacquiao just wanted to be able to attend the VIP event with Gen X Talks. I know Pacquiao's people said, oh, no. Gen X Talks is going to be at the Red Rock this weekend. Make the Pacquiao fight this weekend. So they did, but unfortunately, we have to bail. We had to pull out on that. But the good news is we're combining it, the VIP bowling big fiesta that was in Vegas in January. We're combining it with the big Gen X Talks barbecue in the summer. We do that every year also. Now, we're putting that into a week-long event. You don't have to come for the whole week and come for whatever days you want. You want to do the first part of the week and go home, the second part of the week and go home, but it's in the summer. It's easier to get over the Rockies. It's cheaper to fly into Reno because we're just south of Reno. It's the Mayhem in Minden, round 2. A lot of stuff going on. We'll let you guys know as it comes available. Tickets will come up. We're letting you guys know. But here's the main thing. There has been for the past year or so an internal struggle between the general and my loyal extras. I love each and every one of you.
Excuse me.
The Queen's Court.
Thank you.
And her band of merry men.
Thank you.
The Sun Valley Fox Nation. A lot of you misguided going with the Sun Valley Fox. Danny H's the Order of the Purple Twinkie. Going to shed a purple Twinkie. And Dr. Shadowlights, the Banana Sauce Union. We have now got teams. There are 5 teams, and we are going to compete all the way until July and see which team can raise the most money, score the most points. And there's prizes, there's rewards. We're going to have team bowling, team paintball, team arcade games. There's dunking, a big dunk tank we're trying to put together. And the leaders of each faction can get the balls thrown by the other teams. Yeah. So, for me, that means you got to sink the big fat white guy. Pong, splash. For a Gen X mom, everyone's going to line up because it's an automatic wet T-shirt contest if she goes in. Whether you want to or not, she's going to win. She's the only girl doing it. But it's an automatic. So there are going to be guys lined up to throw the ball there. I'm letting you know some of the pictures we're going to show you are those introductions. We're going to start keeping score actually tonight. Any donation you make for any reason. If you're like, hey, I'm going to give to the General's Whiskey Fund, write General's Extras. That money goes to our team. If you put a donation in for the Queen, which probably won't happen, make sure you say this is for the Queen's Court. Points for the Queen's Court. You give $2, you give $5, you give $10, you give $20, ups the points. And this goes all the way for 6 months. If you buy merchandise for the Queen's Court, points for that team. Some of you, I have to say this out loud, and some of you might vote for the Sun Valley Fox, donate a couple bucks to the Sun Valley Fox. Now, we know none of that's really going to happen, but I got to make the old guy feel included. Every time you do a donation, we're going to play bingo, and whoever wins, if a team wins, a team member wins, hey, bingo, and I won, and by the way, I'm with the Banana Sauce Union because you won at bingo. You get points. Everything we do from now on is going to be tied to these teams, and on our website, there's going to be a running tally of who's winning. All right, so here we go. Here comes the first picture. Look at that right there in true drag and drop section, drag and drop style of the program here. That is the official logo that'll start going out on the T-shirts so we can all participate. The General's Extras.
Boring.
Now you already know that's going to win.
Nope. Boring.
You already know that at the end of July, this will be the victory banner passed out, flying, drugged behind an airplane overhead at the Foxhole Studios at the barbecue. This will be what everybody sees when they look up into the sky. We already know. But you got to pick a side. You got to pick a team.
Well,
I would encourage all of you to go ahead and pick this one.
I need a piece of paper. People are making donations, and I did not know we were starting tonight. Nobody filled me in.
You know what? You need to be a little more intuitive.
No, we didn't decide on a date. Only you decided. Way to go there, Ace.
You know what? That's why I'm the general.
No.
The general makes decisions.
You're just messed up.
The general makes decisions. We command our troops, and off we go. All right. So you're going to be looking for anything you guys want to donate, starting the points tonight, and memberships too. Spot and Stock. If Spot and Stock donates memberships, all he has to do is say.
Did.
All he has to, no, but he didn't say he's donating to someone's team, did he? No. He has to say that. Then we know. Then those points come in.
I don't know if they can do that.
He can say, I just donated 10 memberships for the General's Extras. He can say that. Then we're in. All right, it'll take some getting used to. Plus, we don't have Mary Mathis. She's the bookkeeper right now, but she's way too drunk to be doing anything good. All right. I don't even know why this one's on the screen for longer than 8 seconds. This thing's going to be in super last place. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's climbing on board. Also, everything we do is going to be color themed, too. Mine, the General's Extras, everything we sell, whether there's baseball caps, T-shirts, coffee mugs, whatever. Mine will be in the green, greens and blacks. Sun Valley Fox Nation. This is the official logo. There'll be variations coming out. Sun Valley Fox Nation. His will be primary the blue. You guys saw that for the garage show. That color blue, the blues and whites. That's a Sun Valley Fox. Anytime you guys want to donate anything, any comments or anything, if you guys want to guess who the $2 whore is tonight, because there's a new one. There's a big prize for any faction that guesses the $2 whore. Big points for anybody who guesses that. But you guys got to put in the $2. In fact, what I'll do is I'll clear that jar out so you guys can see it. How's that? Isn't that wonderful of me? Oh, I'm a hell of a nice guy. There we go. The jar is clean. Anybody who donates the $2 in there, it'll fall in there and we can see who it is. And if your team guesses it, big points at the end of the night. So that's going to be the beginning logo, the beginning stuff for the Sun Valley Fox. Team Sun Valley Fox. What's the next one? Okay. This one...
That's hot.
I might be a little worried about this one. The Queen's Court. Oh, my God. She's so sexy. I'm going to drink right now to the Queen's Court.
That's the winner.
I'm not sure how you got the two guys behind you. You got a yoked out cowboy and a guy in a suit. You got like a James Bond looking guy and a cowboy.
Looks good.
I'm not happy about that, but let's drink to the Queen's Court. Her Majesty the Queen. You guys got to start picking sides right now.
Oh, they are. They're already doing it in the chat. Yes, they are. I'm writing down this stuff.
Now, remember, points come when you donate. You donate a couple bucks, you donate a big amount, big score. You donate a little points. If you give memberships, say to it's two, stuff like that. If your team, if you guess who it is and you pledge allegiance, If you guess the $2 whore and you say, I'm with the Banana Sauce Union, they get the points for that. That's going to be a victory for
Can I
them.
tell you a few right now?
A few what? Guesses for the...
No, about donations, or we have one more to show.
No, go ahead. You can. We got 2 more to show, but go ahead. We got
Okay,
time.
let me see. I've got, hold on, I got to run down there.
Let's
for a
get the
second.
general's numbers up here. Come on now. We can do it.
Dude, $4.99 to buy a shot for the Queen.
Whoa. $4.99 for the Queen. I did not see that coming. I got to be honest with you.
$19.99 from Spot for the Queen's Court.
Okay, that's 2 for the Queen. All right, come on,
Brent
extras.
went fishing, $10 for the general to get some Sun Valley Fox socks. I love them.
Wait a minute.
That counts.
As whose?
Yours.
Okay, good. Whew. Thought I was going to have to argue with
Jeremy
you.
Underhill, $5 for this Whiskey Fund General's Extras.
There we go. There's my army. There's my legion of X's.
Let's see. Roach Bean, $1.99 for the Queen's Court.
All right, Queen's Court. You notice there's nothing coming in for the Banana Sauce Union. There's nothing coming in for the Sun Valley Fox. I tried to tell you guys it was just a fool's errand to even include these guys, but I did.
Johnny O on Facebook Blue says, one last time for 2025 Banana Sauce Union, Purple Twinkie. The Queen is the reason we are all here, trained by Mr. Magoo.
Did he just comment or did he send a couple bucks?
Just commented.
I was going to say, how do I divide that up? He just listed everybody. All right. Whatever, man. Okay, so if you guys have a guess, you guys got to put in $2 so you can drop in the picture of the $2 horse. You can see who it is.
Fishing put in $2. Who's the $2 hoe? He wants to know.
You guys got to tell me, baby. You guys got to go looking. All right, so where were we? Had some stuff in here. We did that one. Let's move this one here. Let's get these out of the way so you guys can see who you're playing for.
Dr. Shadowlight just dropped 5 Gen X Talks memberships.
I hope Dr. Shadowlight did that for me. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? The Banana Sauce Union leader giving it up to the general. That'd be nice.
Okay.
So here's one here. This is the order of the Purple Twinkie crew. Little bit nerdy. Got some Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, D&D games on the floor. And this is headed up by our very own Danny H. So the Purple Twinkie crew has a chance. Not much of a chance, but they got a chance. 6 months to participate in the Purple Twinkie crew. Dum, 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 dum. And that's another one. And the last one, last but not least, we'll show this one here. There it is. There's the Banana Sauce Union. The Banana Sauce Union, BSU as they call it. That's headed up by Dr. Shadowlight. That's the loose affiliation with that guy. Since you guys don't have a picture of your guys' leader, that we call it a loose affiliation. But the Banana Sauce Union. Now there you go. You have your 5 teams. You have your allegiances, your loyalty, all the way till the big bash. There's going to be T-shirts, there's going to be hats, there's going to be a lot of play, and there's a big competition. When we play the paintball, you got to wear the uniform and go. Yeah. When we do the bowling event, you got to wear for your team and go. There's other competitions in person in real life. If you can't make it in person, just cheer your team on. Buy some stuff to get, because at the end of this, when summer starts and we do this event, one of the teams is going to be so far ahead, they get some extra stuff. Let's say we're having a competition with bowling or we're having a competition with the dunk contest, but the Banana Sauce Union had raised more points than any team. They get free throws. They get free pins. They get free. You see what I'm saying? They get a distinct advantage going into the summer games. They get an advantage. So we got to do that. All right, pay attention to that. We're moving on. Bump, 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 bump. This is, I don't normally do this, but I wanted to, there's a couple things in here that came across from where Gen X Mom is doing the wonderful stuff she does on Instagram and the Facebook page with the memes. I love this one. Has anyone really gotten salmonella from eating raw cookie dough, or are people just trying to stop me from living my life? That'd be a good question for a kid. When you don't eat that, you'll get salmonella. The kid should look up and go, Mom, has anybody you known ever gotten salmonella from eating cookie dough?
Yes.
Who?
I know somebody.
Briggs just pops in.
Jesse.
What? Who? So you know somebody?
My boss in New York, Paul, told me he was at home one day, saw cookie dough in the fridge, and was like, you know what? I'm a grown man. I'm allowed to eat cookie dough whenever I want. And he ate like a few bites and got salmonella. And he said,
Your boss in New York, when you were out there on the road crew,
And he
got
said
salmonella from
it was
cookie
the
dough.
worst salmonella food poisoning he's ever had in his life.
All right,
Everybody's saying, hey, Briggs.
I guess there's
True.
one case.
I know somebody.
All right, you know
I
somebody.
know somebody. I didn't even know you can get salmonella until he told me.
Hey, so Briggs officially, he knows a guy. I know a guy.
I'll call him right
No,
now.
I believe you. I got you.
Everybody's saying Happy New Year to you and saying hello.
Happy New Year. My homie in Poland,
Yeah.
he already told me that the stocks are going to drop. Sell now, guys.
Sell now.
He's in the future.
Sell. Well, we got. Oh,
he's already in 2026.
it's already there.
Yeah, he's already in.
Sell now. All right, sell everything you got right now and run and hide. All right. Oh, another one from Gen X Mom. I don't know how many of these are in here, but these are a lot of fun when she posts these. Just so you guys know, Gen X Talks, we did the math for you. I did the math for you, not sure why, but a diagonal cut has more sandwich on it. I am not sure why, but I believe that. I 100% believe that. When Gen X Mom cuts my sandwiches in half and serves them to me for lunch or serves them to the kid, it's never as much and it's never tastes as good as when they're cut diagonal, we get way more sandwich. So we did the research for you here at Gen X Talks and we got rid of that for you. Now you know. Now you don't have to sit there and do all the comparisons and all the studies. We took care of that for you. What else is there? All right, close that out. Turn that off. Bump, 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 bump. All right. This is one that came across my Google feed. We'll go back up, make sure we didn't miss one here. This is an advertisement. This is on the segment of the show of did I click on it or did I not click on it? And this is a thing about restoring your VHS tapes and putting them on disc, your slideshow and getting them on disc. Did I click on this on the section of the program that said, did I click on this Google ad? Yes or no? No, I didn't. And not because I don't approve of you taking your old VHS tapes out of your closet and putting them on disc or putting them on a thumb drive, digitally transferring them. I didn't click on this because it didn't come with a warning. And I think, to be fair, anytime that they start encouraging children to take care of their parents, go do this for your parents. Wouldn't this be a great thing to do for your mom and dad? Take all their home videos and put them on disc. Take all their home videos and get them converted digitally. Wouldn't that be a great thing to do? No. It better come with a fucking warning label. I got to tell you right now, there's a few tapes in my closet, stuck to 100s, of Gen X Mom and I. There's stuff we do not want our kids to see. And that's true of every Gen X household out there. Those kids start rummaging through tapes and one says high school football game or something. It may not be. You want to put yourself in therapy for years? You go ahead and pop those tapes in, especially the blank ones that don't have anything written on them at all.
You know what? After I'm gone, I don't care. How's that?
Well, the article had to do with taking care of your parents now. Hey, Mom, Dad, look what I did for you. I got 17 hours of videotape converted. You want to sit down and we can all watch it together? No. If you sent those off to some company, no, because part of those tapes you sent off to that company are going to be part of that company's Christmas party highlight reel. When they have their Christmas party next year. I'm just saying, don't do it. All right, we got that one, Let's go down to here. What's next? Drag and drop section of the program. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, yeah. Boy, this was a tough one. This was you guys have been waiting for the fight doctor. Damon Zavala is one of the top 4 fight doctors in Las Vegas. All the big heavyweight bouts, the UFC stuff, all the names you know, Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao, all those guys. This is one of the doctors that is ringside. This is one of the doctors that he flies down there, does all the prep before, during, and after. This is the one that he runs in there. You've seen him. He's been on camera 100 times when doctors got to get called to the ring for UFC, even for the slap contest. He's the guy. So we did a great interview. We did the Fight Doctor 1 a year ago. We did this one, Fight Doctor 2. It is out on KGXT Radio. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. on kgxtradio.com, you can hear this interview. You can't play it on Spotify for another month, but you can hear it for free on KGXT Radio, Sunday afternoons at 4. Gen X Mom, what do you got?
Oh, I got lots.
Let's go, baby.
All right. Brent went fishing as a member for 26 months. Drinks, he says. Alan over on Facebook Blue says, greetings from Canada. Welcome, Alan. Brent went fishing, $5. He's still tied for 3rd in Pigskin Pick'em. He wanted people to know.
And we'll get to that soon.
Sean MacArthur over on Facebook Personal. Here's 500 stars to end the year. We're glad to be here and glad to be a part of the Bottom of the Glass Nation. You guys rock.
I'm taking credit for that for my team. If you donate stars on Facebook.
No.
Why, he said Bottom of the Glass Nation.
No.
I'm the leader, the general of the nation.
No.
Okay, well,
You said extras,
Yeah.
not the nation. Nope.
if you guys on
Penalty, foul,
if you guys on Facebook
Foul.
donate stars,
personal.
say
You
who it's
can't take
to.
'em.
Say who it's to. It's important. You see, I just got
Nana A.
gypped.
Nana A, member for 38 months, wishing everyone a happy New Year's Eve. May the new year treat you with kindness and good fortune. Mary Mastretta is checking in. Happy New Year's Eve, bottom of the glass nation, brothers and sisters, harem wives, wishing the Gen X Talks family a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2026.
Didn't we give Mary Mastretta a big happy birthday thing
We
and she
did.
wasn't even here to receive
I
it?
believe she did hop in.
Oh, I don't think so.
Spot and Stock You gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships tonight, and I believe, did he say who he was going to?
They go to me.
I don't know.
Spot and stock.
Kristen Hartman at Mama X. Have the general take you to Tractor Supply or the farm store for insulated coveralls if they make you work outside. I absolutely love mine. They make winter bearable. LOL.
Hold on.
I am not going to be in overalls. While I'm walking around in front of you, you got to be kidding.
I
Kristen,
think
thank
hold
you.
on. It'd be great if you would, but I like what she wrote in there. She totally missed the mark on that. She said, "Get them if they make you work outside." Who can make this woman work outside in the cold? I want to know who can, that'd be great. I'll buy the overalls. If any of you can figure out a way, like Kristen said, if they make you work outside, get the insulated overalls. She's shaking her head as she's reading it because there's nobody going to make her work outside. What's your new rule about age and temperature?
If the temperature is below my age, I'm not going outside.
Not going out.
Spot, I did write it down. No, who was that? T-Bone, I wrote that down. Your memberships are going for the Queen, he said.
What?
Yeah.
You're just saying that all memberships go towards the Queen?
No, he donated some memberships and he said it went to the Queen. This is going to get crazy.
T-Bone did or Spot and Stock?
T-Bone.
Okay, so we still don't know where Spot and Stock's memberships went.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to claim those for the general. You'll watch.
Scott Robinson is checking in over on Facebook. What's up, General?
You guys know who that is, right? That's Cigar Scotty. You guys all know Cigar Scotty. That's who's checking in. When he checks into Scott Robinson, that is Cigar Scotty. He's got a bourbon or a whiskey in his hand and one of the finest cigars west of the Mississippi. I promise you. That's how he rolls in.
T-Bone is checking in with 5 Gen X Talks memberships. Those are the ones going to me, the Queen.
Okay, all right.
Sean MacArthur dropped a message of Shiloh. Here's 300 stars. Wanted to say you're doing an awesome job running the page. Just wanted to pay respects. Happy New Year. 300 stars sent for the Purple Twinkie.
Whoa, and the first donations come in for the Purple Twinkie crew. Wow.
Well, I think Facebook's going toward the Purple Twinkie thing.
That's disappointing. I'm sorely vexed. And if you don't know what that means, go look it up.
Diane Dull Reed over on Facebook. Personal says, Merry and happy guys.
Yep.
1,000 sent, but did not say if they were going
Oh,
anywhere.
God, I could have used those.
Spot and Stock You, $19.99 for the Queen.
Oh, no. You tell me Spot and Stocky's lining up with you? He's aligning himself with the Queen's Court?
Yes.
I'm in trouble.
Jan Motz is checking in with 2 pounds, I believe, 2 pounds,
Yeah.
for the Purple Twinkies.
Oh, my God. What?
Krista Rose, member for 3 years, $4.99. We love our Queen. A little something for the Queen's Court.
Whoa, Krista Rose betrayed me? Krista Rose gave the Queen's Court, not the general. Whoa, what is going on here?
YouTube Evil Lair Projects Builds. That's the name of the person.
Yeah.
$50. Hey, long time no chat. Been following, just not on live. Super happy to be here. Love you guys and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Appreciate you a ton.
Hello from Rob. $9.99 for the General's Extras.
There we go. That's my man, Rob.
Dr. Shadowlight's checking in over on Rumble. Mrs. Fort Watton, the $2 hoe.
Mrs. Fort Watton is not the $2 hoa.
All right. Keep going.
Yeah, you got a few more, and I'll cut you off in a minute.
Brad, $5 on YouTube. Team Queen. After all, Long Beach. She has a ship named after her in Long Beach.
This is not going like I thought it was going to.
Civic is checking in with $10. Team Queen for the W. Happy New Year, Gen X Mom.
This is bullshit. Do you know that?
You started this
This is
thing.
not the way I thought this was going to go.
Ah, it's too bad.
I don't want to be the comeback kid. I want to dominate all the way through. That's what I'm thinking.
Our very own Danny is checking in with 10 Gen X Talks memberships on YouTube, leading by example, Order of the Purple Twinkie.
God damn it.
I gotta write that one down.
No shit. This is horrible stuff. This is
Looks like it's Queen against the Purple Twinkies right
okay.
now.
If you think the General's extras are to be counted out, we're not. Wait till Christina Dvorak catches wind of what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's going to come through with a hammer.
Sandy is checking in. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, I'm still alive. Sandy is checking in.
Sandy, where the hell have you been? I've been doing the show without you for weeks now. You know, it's hard to do without you commentating.
Evil Lair Projects Builds gifted 10 Gen X Talks memberships tonight.
And did he designate who got those memberships?
I think he came in late and I don't think he heard.
Oh, well, you have to pick a team. General's Extras, Queen's Court, Sun Valley Fox Nation, Order of the Purple Twinkie, or the Banana Sauce Union.
Guess what Danny already said? Mom Axe, we would be open to a formal alliance with the Queen's Court.
No alliances.
Who the hell are you?
The guy who makes the rules.
You cannot run a country and start making the rules.
I sign the checks around here. There's no.
This isn't a dictatorship.
Yes, it is, and I'm the chief dick. So don't forget it.
Let's move on and have some fun tonight.
All right, let me jump back over here to this part of the show. I got something I got to drag and drop for you guys real quick.
Buffering.
Something. Are we?
Yep. Oh man, Taz just dropped $50 for the Queen.
You better wait till you're unbuffered to say something.
I think we're good. Taz just dropped $50 to the Queen. Damn you.
Not happy about that, just so you know. Are we done buffering?
I think so.
Who told you we were buffering? I just need to know how we're getting that information, or are you watching it?
Danny.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so listen, I'm gonna drag and drop something. I don't have a lot of pictures for you guys in this particular setup, and let me explain why. This thing, what I'm going to read you some stuff, some information, came from a law firm in Florida. A law firm. I'm not making that up. I won't give their name. They didn't say I could, but that's where this is from. I don't want to take credit for it all by myself, and you guys connected me with this in your own way. So let me save it right here. Let me drag and drop it in true drag and drop fashion of Gen X Talks. Da-doom-doom-doom, the Bottom Glass Nation. Da-doom-doom-doom. And we'll move it over here. Bring it in right now. And then we're going to read you some stuff. And we've done it. There it is. We've done it all year long. Haven't we? We've done it all year long. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. So let me pull some stuff over here. Let me read them. I think I got 5 of these things. These are stories from the law firm where they were participating in the defense of the stupid shit I'm about to tell you. In Florida, drone delivers contraband to a Florida prison. Yeah, forget about a baking contraband inside of a cake. The new way to make special deliveries to the prison is by drone. Officials declined to name the institution, which means they're not allowed to say it right now, which the incident occurred, but confirmed that a Florida Panhandle prison had 2 drone drops within the past month. One drop was spotted by officers who uncovered the package containing a cell phone, a charger, earbuds, and tobacco. The package was covered in dead grass clippings in an effort to camouflage it when it hit the yard. Two of those happened right there. So there's one. This is from the law firm. This is the part of the stuff they were involved in. But what's wrong with you fuckers in Florida? I mean, it's always you guys. I mean, I don't mean to pick on Florida, but Jesus Christ. All right. Florida woman flushes hamster down an airport toilet. Poor Pebbles. Belen Aldecosia, that's her name, Belen Aldecosia, was boarding a flight back to her home in South Florida. I don't mean to pick on Florida, but Jesus H. Tap Dancing Christ. Along for the ride, her emotional support hamster, Pebbles. However, Spirit Airlines employees refused to let her bring the hamster on board, even though Aldecosia claims she called in advance to ensure that Pebbles could take the same flight in the sky with her. With friends hours away and the flight about to depart, Aldecosia says Spirit employees suggested she flushed pebbles down the toilet. She did just that, but says it was a very anguished decision. It was horrifying to put her in the toilet. I was emotional. I was crying. Aldecotia told the press, I sat for a good 10 minutes crying in the stall. Aldecotia is now considering filing a lawsuit against the airline. I'm not sure what you'd be suing them for. What would you sue them for? They didn't make you do it. They suggested it. You brought the hamster. They did. Again, what the fuck is going on with you people in Florida? I got to be fair about that, too. The airline, what are they doing? You know, don't tell them to flush your emotional support animal away. That's not good. All right. Here's another one from Florida, from the law firm. Florida man calls 911 over small food portions. Only in Florida, you fuckers down there. When you're hungry, especially if you're Nelson Agosto. According to police, the 51-year-old man was charged with misusing the emergency call line to complain about the portion size of his meal at Krabby's Seafood Shack in Stuart, Florida. Particularly, he was upset over the size of the clams, and he told 911 he wasn't going to pay for them. Dispatchers gave him a non-emergency number to call, but he called again, claiming to have forgotten the number. I ordered something, and it was extremely so small, Agosto says. And they released the 911 recording so that the law firm could verify that. This is one man who takes his food very seriously, even more seriously than this big fat white guy. Now, I don't mean to pick on Florida. I'm certainly not trying to. But a Florida woman blames the wind for the cocaine in her purse.
I've never heard that one.
She had to be high to think an excuse like that was going to work. Kenesha Posey of Fort Pierce was stopped by police for a suspected DUI after she was spotted swerving on the roadway. When the officer approached the car, he distinctly smelled marijuana. During a search, the officer found both marijuana and cocaine inside of Posey's purse. Posey copped to the marijuana, but denied the cocaine was her. I don't know anything about any cocaine, Posey, according to the report. It's a windy day, she said. It must have flown through the window and into my purse.
What'd she do? Like hold it open like this?
I'm just telling you, she's
It's
straight.
flying through the air and she's sniffing it up her nose going, oh, God, catch me some of that.
One more from the state of Florida. I cannot make this shit up, and there's nothing as crazy comes out of any other state as Florida. Florida woman marries a tree.
Good God.
Karen Cooper gives new meaning to the term tree hugger. About a year ago, city officials began to make plans to remove a 100-year-old giant ficus from the Snell Family Park in Fort Myers to make room for numerous smaller Geiger trees. Cooper began rallying the neighborhood in an attempt to save the tree. When that didn't work, she married it. The waterfront nuptials included flowers, music, a tree-decorated wedding cake, and a dog as a ring bearer. Oh. People showed up to this. Over 50 attendees watched as Cooper vowed to love and protect the tree. Following the wedding, the city seems to be backing away from its plan to remove it. However, the fate remains uncertain. If they cut down this tree, I'm going to be a widow, Cooper said.
Good God.
Look,
I
am seriously not trying to pick on Florida, but you
I
fuckers.
see that in California, but oh my goodness.
But you fuckers do not make it easy. All right, Gen X Mom, what do you got written down there between the sheets for me tonight?
I don't know even where to start right now. Brent went fishing, gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships. Dragon Slayer Jade, the general also has to be clearly to communicate those orders from the very beginning. When, we were starting this whole thing that we didn't decide when we were going to start. Oh, sorry. Johnny O on Facebook. Shy needs her own team. Facebook family.
No. We've got the teams are set. No more teams.
Graham,
You guys want to follow Shiloh Ferguson? Then you need to follow where she goes. She will have to announce that the family that she brings along, and so it shall go. All right.
Graham Gordon is on Facebook saying happy belated birthday, General.
Thank you, Graham.
YouTube, Laura Case checking in $10. Happy New Year, Bottom of the Glass Nation, Team Generals Extras, aka Harem Girls Forever.
All of my harem girls better be on board.
Spot and Stock You, 5 memberships for the Queen. T-Bone, 5 Gen X Talks memberships. I believe those were for the Queen.
You believe it or it said it?
Dr. Shadowlight sent 5 Gen X Talks gifts memberships for
Let me guess, the Banana Sauce Union. Wow.
John Morgan, Purple Twinkie says the $2 hoe is the invisible man since they can't be seen.
I did
$10.
it. Is that true? You guys can't see that? Hold
That's
on.
not dropping.
No, it's been dropping because I emptied the goddamn jar. Let's do it again. Let's see here. Let's go to We'll go down to the jar, and we'll make it a little bigger for you guys here, crying and whining like a bunch of babies. Then we'll move it up. Let's move it up towards the top. That way you guys can see what's in it. I saw them come in there, so I'm pretty convinced you're okay.
All right, 2 more I've got.
All right, go ahead.
Diabolito over on Facebook for the General's Extras, 1,000 stars sent.
Now, wait. Say that again, please. Let's hear it. Who sent it and where were they?
Diabolito
And where's Diabolito?
on Facebook,
And how much did he send?
1,000 stars.
My man. That's what I'm talking about. Facebook representing for the General's Extras. I got a drink right now. My man Diabolito getting fucking after it.
Dina Dvorak dropped $50. Team General's Extras.
I told you when Christine Dvorak finds out what you fuckers are doing, the disrespect, when Christina gets here, she gonna lay the smack down.
Spot over on YouTube, $9.99. Oh my queen. Thank
Okay.
you, Spot.
Kate, Spot and Stock, you don't, this is not poetry. You're gonna do poetry? I want to point out a sad fact. We are 50
Oh,
minutes.
Queen, my queen.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Queen, my queen, not Captain. Queen, my queen.
You got to stop that shit. Listen, we're almost an hour into the show. Do you know how many Sun Valley Fox donations? 0. Not fucking 1. Now, I know your brother's over there crying in his beer right now. I know he is. Sun Valley Fox watching the show crying in his beer. But you know what he's doing? He's doing this. You fuckers just wait till my garage show comes. We'll see who's going to get donations when I get my garage show up. You fuckers are going to give me some money on my garage show. That's what he's hoping for.
Wow.
But he may regret this whole Sun Valley Fox Nation thing. He may have to regret the whole thing because no support at all. 0.
It just started.
Yeah, but look at my team.
Oh, wait a second. Look at my team.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about your team.
The Queen's Court is rocking it. Right
I know,
now,
but
okay?
you know what? Everybody's just, they all cash their paychecks. They got a couple bucks, but over the next 3 weeks, you're going to get 0. I have the staples of the community. They're going to come through for me day after day. You watch, show after show. That's right. It's coming through, baby. Also, a lot of you, because you guys have done this before, we don't really bring it up. In fact, I don't think I brought this up in over a year. But Danny H. and hopefully all the moderators, there is a PayPal link. They can put it up there for you because some of you don't like to donate through Facebook, through YouTube, and you want to do it direct. Gen X Mom's got her phone on. She can see the PayPal things come through. If it comes through on PayPal, she can say something. You guys gave me some birthday stuff the other day. Thank you for that. But if you guys want to do it around, let YouTube get their cut, stuff like that, just use the PayPal link. Gen X Mom will take care of you. All right. Where are we at? Are you done gabbing around now, or do I have more stuff for me? More praise for the general?
No.
Come on now, baby. I'll take it. 2026 is going to be my year. All right.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. All right, here we go. Let's go back to this program. Let's go back to the show. We did that one. Oh, we did the general. Just to recap right there, there's the General's Extras, Team General's Extras, Team Sun Valley Fox Nation. There's Team the Queen's Court for that team. Here's a Team Purple Twinkie crew that you're voting for them. Donations for the Banana Sauce Union look like that. All right, now we're
Sun
moving
Valley
on.
Fox just got a $5 donation from Jeremy B.
Okay, that was pity. That
Spot
was just pity.
dropped another $9.99 for the Queen.
Who?
Spot.
God, I'm gonna have to get Christina to holster up to go up against him because Spot and Stock's a man of honor.
Uh-oh. Stefio Nurse dropped $10. This is for the Sun Valley Fox because he likes the same flavor batteries as me.
What a pull! Did you see her? Who was that did that? Was
Steffi.
that Steffi O'Nurse? What a nice pull. That was a throwback to one of the garage shows where it said, "Don't eat the batteries," and the Sun Valley Fox was tasting the batteries. Wow, what a great pull by Steffi O'Nurse on that one. All right, so there was a thing that came out about quirky towns in Nevada. And I knew, when they talk about the best towns, the most quaint, the most wonderful towns to retire in, to visit, to travel through, where I live and going to live in Dayton is never on any of them. This one said, would you like to see the quirkiest towns? The quirkiest towns in Nevada. If that motherfucker of Dayton's on there, I'm going to be pissed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't. Goldfield's on there. I've driven through Goldfield a bunch. This is some fucker out there buried cars, and not like all the Cadillacs with the fins all in a row. No. They buried all these cars and they spray painted them. So what? I don't even know if you want to call this a wrecking yard. Goldfield? I have never seen this. I challenge any of you. Raise your hand if you guys have ever seen this in Goldfield. It must be off the beaten path. I've been through Goldfield a bunch of times. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in Goldfield. I have never, ever, ever seen that. I have no idea where this was. Of course, now I got to go look for it. It'd be different. Remember all the Cadillacs where they did the Cadillacs, like 9 of them in a row, and they're all at an angle, and the fins are sticking out. They're like 58 through 61 or something. The big fin Cadillacs, those are great. I don't know what the fuck this is. This just looks like a fucking mess. They're not even in order. It's just like someone dropped them from a UFO and they just stuck in the ground head first. I don't know. Weird shit, man, but that's what it is in Goldfields. There's one. Now, here's another one. Another one, the quirky town's Virginia City. I really don't know why this is quirky. I will admit to you that I think Virginia City has one of the best old school histories of I'd put up that history versus any town in Nevada. And I'm spending my spring and summer going up there and investigating. My goal, if you want, truthfully, and those of you that know me, my goal is to find the oldest guy living there. In a bar, in a sandwich shop. He lives there. He's there all the time. He's known by the whole community. I want to sit and talk to that guy and just listen for hours to what he's got to say. Some 95-year-old guy that goes way... that's who I want to listen to. Virginia City, a lot of it is a tourist trap now, but a lot of it is really old buildings, and there's history there of people that have been there and doing stuff. I can't wait to go. I have no idea why they fucking call it quirky. It's more historical than anything. Isn't there a train ride we're supposed to go on, sweetheart? We're doing some train ride that takes 2 or 3 hours to go from... I don't even remember where it goes. Do you?
Where are we talking?
The train ride from Virginia City. Weren't we going to go do something with a train ride? VNT's Coast or something you had lined out to go ride a train?
Yes, I was. But I can't remember where it is right now.
All right.
I'm kind of busy, baby.
Yeah, you're kind of busy doing my bidding is what you're supposed to be doing. All right. This is a public service announcement for all you guys. I think it's fair to bring it up right now. You guys all know the stories where I got burned. I bought casters from Temu. And my casters turned out to be this fucking big. They're like, would you like 27 casters for $3.45? And they're all rubber casters. I'm like, this is great. They were all this small. I says, okay, we're sorry about that. We can sell you some bigger neoprene casters that are orange. I'm like, fucking A. Now we're talking. They were slightly bigger. And as the Sun Valley Fox will attest to, I've never heard that guy mumble cuss words more than we were moving that big 900-pound doghouse that we screwed all the casters into. Every one of them, pum, 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 blew the casters right out of it. So when this thing came up from Temu, it was 72-inch rolling cabinet. This is like for automotive use.
What is that, for a rat?
Well, the thing is they're trying to portray it as very big.
But it's not.
72 inches, that from Snap-on would be about $14,000 from Snap-on. About the same from Mac, little less on Matco, more or less on Cornwell. And if you get a Cobalt one, if they made one, it'd be about half the price. And Harbor Freight, their general ones, would be about a third. But Temu, I could not get an actual dimension size on that. And I got a feeling it's about this big. I got a feeling somewhere in the hidden print, this thing's going to say, oh, it's a Christmas decoration. You hang it on your tree, didn't you know? So did I click on it? No, I did not.
Thank God.
I think it was a bunch of bullshit. I was going to get one like that for the Sun Valley Fox, for just because he needs to have some organization in his life. But he would just complain that there's nowhere to put it. I don't have a place to put it. And the Sun Valley Fox is kind of like that. For those of you that don't know him, boy, how can I summarize his attitude on gifts? Okay, here goes. The Sun Valley Fox would complain if you hung him with a new rope. He'd complain. It's like, we got you the new rope and everything, and you're still bitching about being hung? My God, what more can we do? Get you a brand new rope, never been used before. He would still complain. He's ungrateful. If you went out and spent money on a brand new rope and you went to hang him with it, he'd still bitch and complain. Gen X Mom.
Dude says that might say 0.72 inches.
Yeah, that's right. The dot was just really small. It's a misprint. It's a Christmas ornament this big. What else you got, sweetie?
Let me see. Jeremy B dropped $5 for the Fox. Spot dropped a $9.99 for the Queen. Oh, I already said those two. Mark Wiedow dropped $19.99 for the General's Extras.
There's my man. Coming through strong, baby.
Dr. Shadowlight gifted one subscription to Gen X Talks for BSU.
You know what? That's kind of bullshit. No one wants to be represented by the BSU.
Why?
The Birmingham Southern Union. It's like a train.
Deb Ninehouse, $4.99. I got you, Sun Valley Fox. Sun Valley Fox Nation, love you guys.
You know what? I'm worried. The one thing I'm worried about is there's going to be so many women that start their own little Sun Valley Fox harem. They're all going to get together and, give a few here and there. And he's going to think he's got a harem. And all he's really got is a bunch of nurses that know he's dying soon, and they're all prepared to help him with his hospice care. That's all they're doing.
T-Bone dropped $10 for the Queen's Court.
God damn it.
Ace Jumpman, $20. The Queen Rules.
God.
Let's see. Jeremy B, $10. Another $10 for the Queen's Court.
All right. Can we stop with the Queen's Court bullshit?
Spot, $9.99. So proud of the Queen's Court. Dr. Shadowlight dropped another subscription, I believe.
Can I put these guys in timeouts? Can I put Spot and Stock like in a timeout for the rest of the show?
Why would you do that?
Because then his donations won't come through. Nothing he types will come through. Yeah. That's what we got to do.
You know what? That's called cheating.
No, that's called enforcing the law.
No, that's called cheating.
That's enforcing the law. I got to find your
unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards.
What's that unsportsmanlike? Is that what the sign is? Is that what the sign is for unsportsmanlike conduct? Hit your own wrist together. All right, I got to get back to the program. You guys are making me sick to my stomach. Doom, doom. Is there anything in the sheets worth talking about? Anything at all?
Steffi Nurse, $5 for the Sun Valley Fox hospice care.
Oh my God! Now that
you opened your mouth, man.
I wonder what happens when Sweet shows up, because
She's been here.
Sweets is my girl. She's gonna put in for the. She's not leaving me hanging. She got a harem girl shirt. She ain't leaving me hanging.
Oh my God.
That'll be for the general. Come on now.
Well, you didn't ask if anybody wants to put in anything to talk about tonight.
If anybody, that's what the staff is supposed to be doing. Putting in stuff that you guys got an interesting comment. You guys got something interesting to say. I've even got the shop phone. Did anybody text a shop phone?
Hey, Josh, you said no Gen X Talk staff meme. You are welcome over to the Queen's Court for staff.
What was that?
Josh Maddox jumped in and said there's nothing for the staff. There's no team for staff. So I said I welcomed him over to the Queen's Court.
Because there's 3 staff on. There's already 3 of us on.
Don't worry about it.
I can't tell you what's going on. All right, let's see what's in here. 618 area code says 618 area code. He's all in for the general. He's got. Hey, look at that. It's a picture of him and standing there with a Wookiee. I mean, a Bigfoot. A Bigfoot's wearing a Christmas cap there. No money, but moral support here from the 618 area code. Appreciate that. Brittany Armstrong in a picture I cannot share. Thank you, Brittany. Phil's Garage. He's drinking. Hey, hippie, Phil in Sacramento here. Get yourself some of this for an afternoon of deliciousness. He's got Jack Daniel's single barrel going on.
Nice.
That's what he sent me in there. It's a Jack Daniel's single barrel. It's on the staff. It's on the shop phone. You guys can send me stuff. Pictures on the screen. And Phil, I'll say the name wrong. I can't say that. Phil Jackanoff. Phil Jackanoff. That's not the guy's real name, is it? Phil Jackanoff?
How do I know?
In the 786 area code, we did a little 2026 Happy New Year. Thank you very much for that. All right, that's what was on the shop phone. You guys are sending me stuff on the shop phone. I'll read it. I'll show it if I can. And we're moving on. Gen X Mom, anything else before I get us out of here?
Let me see if there's something else here. John Morgan, $2. Singapore Lady of the Night Fun on behalf of the Order of the Purple Twinkie.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I will change it again for you guys. Let me go over here to Streamlabs. Okay, let's see if it works. Here's emptying the jar. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. Jar's empty. Okay.
Civic dropped $20.26 for our queen because she acknowledges her court every Thursday on podcasts in Discord.
Okay, just because Thursday mornings you spend some time in a room with a bunch of men, it's not you really acknowledging them, okay? All right? I think that's an act of desperation. I don't think that should be rewarded.
Desperation.
Yeah, that's what I
Jack
think.
Armstrong is dropping in Queen's Court all the way.
God damn it. I'm just not getting through to these people.
Kristen Hartman, $2 for the General's Army of Extras.
That's what I'm saying, baby. Bring
Jeremy
it on.
Underhill, no worries, General. Quick out of the gate, short on stamina. Ain't
Yeah.
that the truth?
That-
Oh, sorry.
He was not talking about sex. He was talking about
I don't
something
know.
else.
What?
You stop that right now.
I have what?
All right, I have now changed the $2 whore and the $5 whore. So if you guys put in that, you can earn points for your team. Let's see.
Graham Gordon dropped $6.99 for either the Queen's Court or the General's Extra. I
I'll
bequeath
claim
it
it.
to the General's Extra. It's fine. First
Yeah.
one of you to sing the Queen's favorite song, get these Canadian bucks. Well, I just gave it to the General.
I don't know what her favorite song
He's
is.
going to need help.
I am not going to need help.
Yeah, I think you are. And Josh Maddox accepted my invitation to come over to the Queen's Court. Thank you, Josh.
What a suck up. Josh Maddox is a suck up. He always has been.
Nope.
He doesn't know what side his butter's
He
bread,
loves his
bread's
mama.
buttered on. All
he
right.
loves his mama X.
All right, if you guys put in $2 or $5, the same face will now drop into the jar. You guys can tell it who it is, and whoever gets it right first gets big points for their loyalties for their team. Letting you guys know. Bump, 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 bump. Put it back on the white screen. Click my thing. Come back over here.
Danny, staff member, is reporting that he doesn't know if change is made while the live will take effect.
They usually do because I'm refreshing, just like I was able to empty the jar during the live. All right, so you guys have to put in a couple bucks there and see what comes up. All right, so let me make sure I got these. Let me back up here. There's a toolbox. This one is kind of weird, and it's actually pretty fucking cool. Yes, I did click on this one. You guys see what this is? Pay attention here, because there was a long article, and it wasn't really misleading. But listen, look at this. Now, we've seen weapons like this before. 100,000 watt iron beam laser becomes the world's first drone defense, and it goes on and on. Now, listen. This is working right now.
We are
This is
buffering. I'm watching it.
hopefully will smooth out.
I think we're back. Wait.
Are we back?
No. Oh.
We got the cooler on the laptop and everything's hardlined. We should be good. Is it buffering, Shiloh? Is it buffering over on YouTube or is it just, on Facebook or is it just on YouTube? Also, Dragon Slayer Jade, how we doing on Rumble? Is it buffering there? Report in. Let Gen X Mom know in the staff thread or the sheets. Just let us know if it's clean or if it's buffering. I will take this opportunity to pour myself another drink, as should you.
Kristen Hartman's asking, is that like a 50 cal laser?
Well, here's the deal. And it was kind of sketchy because, of course, they don't give you all the specs on it, or then China could build one.
Buffering on Facebook and X, yes.
All right, so we might have a problem with Spectrum here, but waiting for it to clean up. Waiting for it to clean up. In fact, let's go to the Be Right Back screen for a minute. Everybody take a minute. Right now, everybody go to the bathroom, go get a drink, pour yourself a drink, go to the bathroom, let the dog out. If he has got to go, let the cat in for 5 minutes, and then pull your drapes, grab yourself a drink. We're on Be Right Back for just 1 minute. As Chuck Woolery used to say, honey, we'll be back in
2 and 2.
2 and 2. We're back. So listen, what I was trying to tell you about this is already deployed. This is part of the Iron Dome defense thing in Israel. And this is specifically, now it do drones, that's what it's made for. High-powered laser, iron beam laser, different than the stuff I've seen online before. And this is already working. And it'll do rockets, and it'll do other things too. I read a bunch of lists. It doesn't tell you exactly how it works. Like, does the beam hit and scramble all the electronics and then the drone crashes? I don't know. Does the beam hit it and superheat it and it melts? I don't know. Does the laser beam hit it and it slices through it like a lightsaber? I don't know. In fact, one of the paragraphs in this article, because yes, I did click on this. Now, there you go. Your $2 whore is very visible now. Quit bitching at me. The article specifically says, we're not going to give you all the details. I get that. Wasn't upset by that. I do. I just wish it would have explained a little better. And these things are deployed all over now. These things are in the mix. They're working. Israel's got them. And they're all around the country pointing up and aiming at shit. Now, there wasn't anything in the article about its kill ratio. Doesn't have 100%. Doesn't have a 10%, 50%. In fact, didn't even say if it worked, although I'm assuming it does. But this is that it's cheap to run it. It's relatively cheap to build it, and it's fucking durable. It doesn't get all weirded out when you get a sandstorm comes through. You don't got to take and blow it all out with an air gun. No. This thing stays pretty clean, and it functions, and it works, and it shoots fucking far. You know, I don't know. It's all tracked with satellites and AWACS planes and stuff. I get that. But I looked at that and thought, shit, what if you had a real wall of those? I know my Gen X brain is just going off the charts. What if you literally had one all along your border of your country every 10 feet? Every 10 feet, there's one of these things mounted on a pedestal for your border's 900 miles long. 900 miles, you had one every 10 feet. What if you had them stacked? What if they were too high? Every 10 feet for 900 miles. What if they were stacked 30 high? What if they were stacked 50 high, 10 feet apart, 900 miles long? What could possibly get through? Now you're talking about you could take down some major stuff because you could have 600 of them pointing at one airplane. One big rocket, far away, miles away, before it even gets to your border. I'm just thinking, I don't know, my brain wanders with shit like that, but I really would like to learn a little bit more about this. Of course, without giving away company secrets. I got a guy I can call.
Jan Motz just said, what if it hit a plane with people in it, though?
I don't know. I don't know what it would do. I don't know what one would do to a big airplane. I don't know. And now, if it's a laser beam and it cuts through it like a lightsaber, yeah, you're fucking done. I don't know. What I was thinking was, what if it hits something behind the target? What if it goes through the drone and it's a laser, just fucking keeps going all the way to the moon? Now, I'm sure it won't pop the moon, but what if it hits something else? What if it wipes out a 747 that happens to be behind in line with the drone? It cuts through the drone, hits the 747, and goes into outer space, knocks out Skylab, cuts open a hole in the International Space Station, and takes out 3,000 of Elon Musk's Starlinks.
Hold on a second. We Gen Xers grew up that the moon is made of cheese. So would it melt it?
It'd slice it. It'd be a good thing.
Because remember all the cartoons said it was made of cheese.
I'm just saying that if it's a laser, it's got to go infinitely forever. It's got to go off in the distance. What if it hits something behind it? What if it goes right through something, which makes me believe perhaps it just scrambles the electronics when it hits it, and that particular beam wouldn't go through. And then you shut it off when you're done. You just pop it. I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe you guys would know something I don't know. I'm going to make a phone call in the next couple of days. I got a guy I can ask about this.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
You have a guy?
I have a guy. I can ask about this. My Pentagon liaison guy. All right. This is a funny story, too. You guys, hold on. I got to fucking drink to this one. You won't believe me when I tell you this. You're going to go, no, you should have copied and pasted the headline. You should have copied and pasted the article because you're not going to fucking believe me. This one's worth drinking to. Raise a glass with me right now. Where is Two Bear tonight? Goddamn Two Bear. Let's go, baby.
Ace Jumpman, $20. Sorry, big guy. I'm with the Queen's Cabana Boys.
Wow.
Firewoo Dart
Ace
dropped
Jumpman.
$1. I believe that was going to
Ace Jumpman.
somewhere. I wrote it down.
Ace Jumpman.
Civic Team Queen for $2.
Ace Jumpman.
Brent went fishing $5. Bingo, he said.
Ace Jumpman.
John Morgan, $5. I cannot see Sun Valley Fox's Walter from Jeff Dunham from that picture. I can't not see.
Yeah, you can't not see it. I know everybody says that. That's what he looks like, too.
Dr.
Jumpman.
Shadowlight, Q-Tip is the $2 hoe.
Q-Tip is not the $2 hoa.
Sweets, $2 hoe is Tori Randolph.
Yes. Yes. Sweets got it. Sweets. Now, Sweets, I need to know
Unbelievable.
where your allegiance is because there's points that need to be. You know the Sweets was going to get it. And when there's 9 batters that swing and miss at that fastball, Sweet's going to stroll up and just knock it out. She's Babe Ruth, baby.
Graham thought it was Miss Hot and Nerdy.
Not Miss Hot and Nerdy.
Aaron Heath on Facebook thought it was Dragon Slayer Jade.
Not Dragon Slayer Jade.
Kristen Hartman thought it was Care Brat.
Not Care Brat.
Laura Kay thought it was Jen Motz.
Nope, not Jen.
Troy Abbott says maybe it actually is designed for asteroid defense. That
I don't know,
laser
but then
thing.
it would have to be a real full-blown laser that blows shit up. Now, Ace Jumpman. You turncoat motherfucker. We're going to label you Judas. I'm changing your name to Judas. If your name is, if he's Ace Jumpman's in Discord, I can change names in Discord. I'm changing his name to Benedict Arnold or Judas.
I can
Yeah.
change it too.
Yeah, horrible. Can't believe what he just did to me right there. Ace, you cut me, Ace. You cut me deep.
Sweet says she's on your team.
All right. Right down there, $2 points for us, for me.
She didn't designate her $2 whore for that.
I just told her. I said, tell us who you're for. Tell us who you're with. Tell
Oh my
us where
God!
it
Listen,
goes.
it changes the rules.
What are you talking about? Have I not said at the beginning of the show, whoever guesses it gets to pick where that thing goes? That's a big points thing. Everybody should be guessing.
All right.
How is
I'll
it
write
changing the rules
down.
when I said it all night?
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's an idea. Listen to the fucking show. How about that? How about that? And that's right. My girl Sweets came through.
He's gonna cheat all the way to July.
Not a chance. Hey, Sweets, remember the picture you did? Remember? She knows. Thank you, dear.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you what Sweets wrote in the chat.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
Don't-
I'm gonna burst your bubble.
Don't lie. Just she gave it to me. She's on my team. That's it. It's all I care about. Points and moving on. Now, there's a story to be had here with this old rickety oil tanker. And I'll tell you what it is, because you're not going to believe what they did. So this tanker was going to Venezuela to pick up oil.
Yeah, I bet he was.
Got intercepted by the Navy. They have Coast Guard vessels out there now. Coast Guard went way out there, and they didn't stop it. They were trailing it, like really close. And finally, this oil tanker, before it gets to Venezuela, decides, yeah, I don't think we should be doing this. And they fucking turn around. They never make it to Venezuela. They turn around and they head out into the Atlantic. Okay? They got pretty close, but they decided they weren't going to do it because the Navy was going to come in. And you know what Trump's doing with these ships. But even that, Trump really couldn't do anything to it until it had oil and was taking the oil someplace it wasn't supposed to. So I don't know why these guys decided to turn around, but the captain chickened out. Coast Guard was right on him. This tanker turns around, heads back out to sea. Coast Guard still follows it. It's like within eyesight, following this thing out, way out into the Atlantic. And there's Navy planes going overhead, checking, doing its rent, like going out there and looking down, taking pictures and doing the thing. On the second day, the Coast Guard wakes up in the morning. They're still trailing this thing, but as the sun comes up, some guy on the crew hung over the side of the boat and with a paintbrush drew a Russian flag. Painted a Russian flag on the outside of the ship, down a ways, as big as he could make it with the paint. He painted this makeshift, clearly hand-drawn Russian flag. And the captain and everybody's standing out there. See? You see that right there? It's Russian. Don't fuck with us. It's Russian. So, now, my Gen X brain only came up with a couple things. Either someone just said, look, hey, they're still following us. They're going to fucking sink us or capture us or do something. We need to go out there and paint a Chinese flag, a Russian flag. We got to do something. And there's like, well, what are you going to tell them? Say, well, why don't we just tell them that Russia bought us in the middle of the night? Russia bought the whole boat. It's their boat now. And we painted the thing on it. They're not going to know if they really bought us or not. They're not going to know. What could there possibly, if the Coast Guard, the Navy pulled that thing over and go, okay, what the fuck's up with the shitty paint job? They have to have a story. They have to be able to say why they painted they painted it. I wish they'd show me a picture of it, but if they described it as a hand painted large, they woke up in the morning and someone painted it during the night so they could say, we're Russian, motherfucker, don't fuck with us.
Proof it happened, or I don't believe you.
Well, it's what they said. That's what the story was. So I don't know whether they said the military and the Coast Guard are still monitoring the situation, which I thought was hilarious. But that's a true story. That's what was in there. Dumbass people. All right, what else we got? Yeah, this one is one of Gen X Mom's memes, one that goes out to Instagram and it goes out to Facebook. You guys who follow along on those channels, you guys have seen it. This one's pretty sad, though. When you turn 100 and you can't play with Legos anymore because some of the boxes of Legos say for ages 4 to 99. Look how upset she is. That's not very nice of Lego. Why don't they just have 4 to whenever, to however old you are? Why do they gotta do it like that? Lego's like putting a limit on you. I will tell you something clever that I thought was I raised an eyebrow. I went in, I think it was on your Instagram page, and I was looking at the comments. And one person linked this to the official Dick Van Dyke page.
Yeah, he can't play with them anymore. Right?
Well, that's not nice. Wouldn't you like Dick Van Dyke to make a comment on our page about, like, will I still play with him or something? They linked it right to his page for that reason, so maybe he'll comment. I think you should go back and look at that. Maybe by tomorrow, the next day, Dick Van Dyke will come in and go, hey, I still got Legos or something. You don't know. Obviously, it was someone who knows him. All right, well, whatever. I thought that was more clever than you did, but all right, let's get down to this shit. Let's just get it out of the way. When the NFL season started, Pigskin Pick'em was brought for like the 6th year in a row from Gen X Mom. And Pigskin Pick'em is not, it's not fantasy football. You don't pick quarterbacks. You don't pick, players. You don't pick offenses and defenses. You don't even have to cover the spread. All you have to do is pick who's going to win, left or right. Pick a color uniform if you want. Blue uniform over red uniform. Doesn't matter. You just got to pick. Now listen. Gen X Mom has been doing this for, I think, 6 years now. Dr. McDreamy has actually won the award. He's won the trophy before, and he's always been like in the top 3. Briggs was boasting 3 weeks ago how he was number 2. Guess who, as of right now, is not in the top 10? Gen X Mom.
Dropped out.
Guess who's not in the top 10? Dr. McDreamy. Guess who's not in the top 10? Briggs. In fact, if you look at this list, there is not one staff member or affiliate member anywhere to be seen at all. Now, who's in first place there? Can you read that better than I can?
Jason Bertrand, and he is in YouTube chat.
He wrote on Patreon, because this went out for the members only earlier today, which is what made me late with the show. Thank you, Gen X Mom. He says, I got one more week to go. Got to hold on for one more week. So some people are going to be making a play to get back in this. Who's second? It's kind of hard for me to read on my screen.
S. Frost. Eagles Frost.
He was number 2 last week. Number 3 is...
James Chester.
He just moved up.
And Brent went fishing.
He moved up.
And Jaxie's Junkers. They're all tied for third.
He moved up. He was down lower. So the top 10 is listed right there. It's on the website.
This is the last weekend.
This is the big play. You got to hit Gen X Mom. If you want to hope at finishing in the top 3, you got to hit every game, and you got to hope the players in front of you fuck up a couple games.
It's not gonna.
Statistically, it's possible.
Yeah, but I told you my thought on this whole process. Like,
tell
right
me what
now,
you're thinking right now, because this is tell everyone, because you had a good point of view. Tell everyone why this next week's betting is complicated.
Well, the last couple weeks have been, because there have been teams that have already reached the playoffs.
Right.
So the coaches and staff are going to go, well, do we rest some of our players? Do we put in second string? What are we doing this week? You just don't know.
No. Now
are they going to give full effort? Are they going to back off? So when you go to pick your team,
unless you
we've
know,
had some little upsets.
unless you know
weird.
what each coach is going to do, How do you know that a coach won't put in his starting unit for the first quarter and then pull him out? You don't know. How on earth are you supposed to bet these games?
Yeah, these are the tough ones because it could go either way.
I think the only hope you've got at calculating that is what the other team is going to do. Are they desperate for a win to get a wild card spot? And maybe they're going to push hard. I don't. That's. You might have to look at it that way. A team that's already got a spot in the playoffs is playing a team fighting for a wild card slot. You might have to think of it that way. But if you win every game, and the guys in the top 3 miss 1 or 2, it's going to put you close. Statistically, you could be close.
Well, you brought up another point about the owners.
Yeah.
So, they give bonuses for, rushing yards. They give bonuses
Sacks
for
and tackles.
sacks. They give bonuses. Well, what if the owners tell the coaches that they want them to sit or something?
Yeah, because we're out of the playoffs. We're not in the playoffs.
They don't want to pay out those
I don't
big
want to pay
bucks.
those big bonuses. I don't want, more completed passes. I don't want more sacks and tackles. Pull that guard out of the game, Put in your second string quarterback. They don't have to pay. They could be $300,000 or $400,000 in bonuses that the owners don't have to pay if they go, well, now we're just going to let the second string have a shot at it.
Oh.
No, you're saying that to be nice, but in reality, owners could be saving themselves a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's why I dropped this last week, because some teams that should never have won this last week.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter to the guys that are the teams that are in playoffs. It doesn't matter.
No, so it's a tough one. If I had to guess, I think the stands are going to stay pretty close. And who's in first? You said Jason Bertrand's in the first?
Yep.
I don't think he has ever won a Pigskin Pick'em trophy.
He has
This
not.
will be his first trophy of the year, and we'll mail that to him. And just so you guys, the trophy.
Don't say that yet. We don't know what the winners are yet.
No, but the trophy that the number one person gets is a casting of Gen X Mom's boobs. We pushed her boobs in plaster of Paris, and then we put in a simulated gold. So there is 2 big breasts, and that's what you get for the winner's circle. It's a true story. Or
Real pigskins.
true story. the Gen X Mom's pigskins, the Queen's pigskin. So it comes with laces and everything. It's really unique. Anyway, that's a true story, or true, it's a story. Gen X Mom.
Wow. Just wow. Christina Dvorak dropped $50 for the Team Generals Extras.
That's what I'm saying.
Spot and Stock You, $9.99 for the Queen. Jan Mott's $2. Got to show support for the Twinkie crew. Graham Gordon says, change the name of the ship. I thought the ships are owned by Chinese companies registered to Panama and sails out of Venezuela.
This one, they didn't say where that ship came from. They just said it was going to get oil and leave.
James Morgan dropped $2 and just said Happy New Year. Didn't say. I think he came in late. Spot $4.99 for the General because I feel bad for him.
Who said that?
Spot.
He has officially jumped ship. I
What?
knew he'd come around.
He did not.
Oh, he did. He's in my camp now.
didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
you
my
watch.
gosh.
The rest of this from the next 6 months is Spot is not going to be all on my team. You watch. He's like, he feels it now. He's like, what have I done?
T-Bone just dropped $10. Please support the Queen's Court.
Okay, there's no pleading, no begging, no nothing. All right, let's go back to the show. We got some stuff to talk about here. Dum. All right. I can't believe people were arguing over this one. Can you guys see this picture clearly? Do you guys remember going into Sam Goody, Music Plus, Musicland, Licorice Pizza? Remember those names ring a bell? And one of the things they had, and there was posters. They had the metal frame, and they're behind little plastic. And then you find the poster you want, and it says G13, and you go down to slot G13 and pull out the poster. I can't be the only one who remembers the clacking of those. If you were going through them quick, because I used to. I could go in there and click, 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 stop on the one I wanted. Oh, Heather Thomas in a pink bikini standing in a hot tub. Yes, I would like that one. Oh, shit, they're all sold out because I got here late. I remember that. But
Steffi O'Nurse said Spencer's.
Spencer's. But how come I'm the only person like, what clacking? What metal
no.
clacking? I'm like, the clacking of the thing. I didn't go like this with each one and gently. I was like, click, 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 click. Because I could see them.
How many times did you get the number and then you went over to go get it and it was empty? Like the thing was
I
empty.
literally just said that about the Heather Thomas thing. I said I went to Heather Thomas and I looked down and it was empty because I got there too late. I just said that.
Well, I'm busy.
Do you even listen to your husband, or is my voice just static noise?
It's static noise.
God
Selective
damn it.
hearing.
Everyone stopped and went, Queen, he just said that. You know what? That's because she's got early dementia, early Alzheimer's, and you guys are voting for an Alzheimer's patient. That's what you guys need to know. She doesn't remember shit. It's a true story. All right, anyway, I remember the clacking. No one else remembered the clacking. I thought the clacking was a thing, a big thing. All right, moving on. This one was a little bit weird to me. I didn't know how I felt about this because I feel a certain way about different rights. Now, pay attention. New law restricts people with extreme DUI convictions from buying, and I clicked on it, from buying alcohol.
What is extreme DUI?
I had to read the whole fucking thing.
It's kind of like you're pregnant. There's not, you're kind of pregnant. You are or you aren't. You either are a DUI or you're not.
You know, that I got to tell you, that is not the way they classified it. You're either pregnant or you're not. No, that isn't quite what they said.
So what's extreme DUI?
If being drunk is 0.08 for your alcohol content limit, 0.08.
So now we have a threshold
Yeah.
of extreme.
Yes. There was a couple, but one of them was if 0.08 was the limit, 0.16 was the beginning of the threshold. That's double the legal limit. And anything above that, you're done. You are an extreme alcoholic, and you cannot buy alcohol. They're actually putting it on your licenses. They're going to have people check. Even if you're older than 21, they got to scan your license because you may be on a do not sell to list. And it's not just that. What if you had, 0.08 is the legal limit. What if I was at 0.1? Okay, DUI, but not extreme.
But what if you're not driving? What
But
if
then
you
it's
go
not-
in to buy alcohol? How do they know you're going to drive?
No, you can't even have it in your home. You can't
Okay.
even buy it and take it home because you have a problem. They don't care if you're driving. They're just like, no, you can't. You're an alcoholic. You cause problems. You can't own alcohol. So there's the two things on extreme. One is if you're double the legal limit, automatically labeled as extreme, you're done buying alcohol.
Okay.
But if you're under the double, 0.10, you still get a DUI ticket, but you're not a risk.
You're not banned.
Right. Until you get 2 or 3 of them. If you get 2 or 3 of DUIs, even if you're under the double limit, there's still, you can go to the court and go, but I'm not double. I wasn't double. I was just barely drunk, and you guys gave me the DUIs, and the judge would say, yeah, but now you got too fucking many. You're still on the ban list.
Wow.
So you either, if you're double the limit, you're out, no alcohol. If you get too many low limit DUI, you fucking out too. It's like, okay, you're not a severe alcoholic, but you're still fucking up. You're done.
So what you're saying is they're trying to keep you from being an alcoholic. What?
They're trying to
Okay.
get you to not drive. They're trying to deprive you of alcohol. But let's be real. Your wife will get it for you. Your sister, your neighbor.
That's what I'm saying. I go, you can't police
Well-
that stuff. And that is their right. If they want to drink until they can't see the next day, that's up to them.
Unless
Free will.
they make, like, if you bought alcohol for a minor, aren't you in trouble? So if you buy alcohol for someone on the list, maybe you're in trouble for that too.
Oh my goodness.
Do a surprise pop and check on him. I hear him yelling. I swear to God, if he's on, you need to rip the cord out of his fucking ear. Maybe that's why he got back on and fucked this. So it's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. That's in the state of Utah, and that makes sense why they did that. They could pull that off, but I don't know. I don't know that's constitutional. Is it? Can't you be drunk in your own home? Can't you buy alcohol? I'm just saying, can't you do it? It's a thing. It's a real fucking thing. You can buy. I don't think they can deprive you of buying it. I see what they're going for. He was on, wasn't he?
On phone calls.
Oh, so they can deprive you of it, but I don't think they can deprive you of buying it for your own home. I don't think that'll. If it goes to the Supreme Court, I think they'll shoot it down and go, you can't tell a guy you can't fucking buy alcohol because he drinks and drives.
This guy in the chat says if you don't have a license, you can drink as much as you want.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I'm just saying it's a very weird thing they passed.
No, it's very
I don't
stupid.
think it's going to stand up on constitutional law. I don't think so. All right, anything between the sheets before we get back to it?
Let me see. John Morgan, $5. In my day, we played no helmets and 3 feet of snow, uphill both ways. That's what purple Twinkies do.
Wow. You want to talk about a bunch of bullshit? Anything else out there?
Dragon Slayer Jade over on Rumble. DUI levels vary by state. This wouldn't be a problem for border states. Discrimination for disability, alcoholism.
Well, I told you it was just in Utah, so I don't know if that's just Utah. That wasn't a federal law. That was just in Utah, but I just don't think it's going to stand up. I think it's going to get removed. I don't think you can do it that way.
Chad Hoffman over on Facebook. That is a slippery slope. You're fat, no candy bars or fast food.
Why do you got to hit something so close to home? Why you got to do that to me? Who said that?
Chad Hoffman.
Chad Hoffman, what the fuck, man? You know what? I think I found something in our move that Chad Hoffman made us. I might be wrong. Didn't Chad Hoffman, like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, didn't he make us a handcrafted staff with a shot glass built into the top?
Was it Chad Hoffman?
Was that Chad Hoffman? Maybe not. But I found that from one of you guys
I'd have to go
from
back
way back
through
and
my
see.
list.
Anyway.
A dude on YouTube says before Utah make laws, they need to reduce wives per husband.
You know, I got a story about that. I got 2 stories about that. Would you guys like to hear my 2 stories about that?
Good God.
Glad you're coming along with me. Let's have a drink and we'll talk about the Utah wife story because the General's got one and it's a true story. Absolutely. Ready?
Or it's true, it's a story. I mean,
so
I'm going to step away for a moment
okay,
while you do your story.
do my story. Here we go. Camera's following you.
Of course it is.
And that was Gen X Mom who just left the show. Okay. So I wish she hadn't stepped away right now because I needed Gen X Mom to tell you this is exactly what happens. We moved into the Southern California area years and years ago, 2003. I think we rented a house for 3 years until we figured out where we wanted to buy. Then we bought something, but it was in the same neighborhood. And we would get people knocking on the door-to-door salesmen and all that. And anytime a religious organization came knocking on the door, have you heard the good news? I would always say, no, I haven't heard the good news. And they say, we're the Church of the Latter-day Saints. We are Jehovah's Witnesses or whatever. And I always said, come on in. I need to hear this. And they would come in and sit down and we would have long discussions over this stuff. I will tell you that eventually they put us on a do not knock list. There is a real thing where they have a list of neighborhoods when they send these people out with their white shirts and their black ties and their bicycles. They have a list of don't go to this house. After it took about 4 or 5 years, and all of them put our address on that list. The Mormons were the most fun though. The Mormons would come in and I'd let them go their whole spiel, and they had their literature and they had their Book of Mormon. And I said, I'm really interested in becoming a Mormon. They said, well, we're happy about that, but why are you so interested? And I said, well, number one, look around you. I've got 8 kids. Okay. I'm clearly on the right path to being a Mormon, but I'm especially interested in the multiple wife thing. I think that would be awesome. And I heard you guys are allowed multiple wives and none of the wives can get mad. And I said, I'm really getting tired of dipping my wick in the same well, if you know what I mean. I'm doing this in front of my kids. I'm doing this in front of Gen X Mom. And she sits there. She sits there through the whole thing. And they're like, okay, well, sir, just so you know, we don't really do that anymore. I said, what do you mean? Well, after further research, we've done more scrutiny on the Book of Mormon, more scrutiny on this stuff, and we don't do that. And I said, well, hey, the only reason I want to join the Mormon Church is because of the multiple wife thing. If there's no multiple wife thing, then what's the point? I said, I don't get it. Now remember, my kids are listening. My wife is listening because I would always bring them into the house. My wife hated that. She would pray that I wasn't home when they come knocking on your door and say, hey, you want to hear the good news? Because I'd always say, yeah, come on in and sit down. And my wife would roll her eyes and it was funny. And I said, you don't do this. No, we've done some more scrutiny over the Book of Mormon, and we don't think that fits any longer with the law. And I went, what? I go, that's bullshit. That's the whole reason I wanted to join and get a few wives. One time, this old man was there towards the end because they finally started sending someone to the house with 2 young kids, and they sent an old boy there. They sent an old guy there to kind of set the record straight and give these young kids some backup. And we're having this discussion. I think a couple people went to go to the bathroom, and the old boy leans in and goes, listen, we got away with we're not doing that thing with the multiple wives. He goes, and believe me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And it was at that moment I thought, holy shit. Could I really put up with 3 wives nagging the shit out of me? Could I put up with 5 wives always calling me and go, you didn't fix the faucet. The fence has a hole in it. The dog needs to go to the doctor. Fuck. I mean, there's some upsides to it, but there was some downsides.
We have bills to pay over here.
Yeah. It was, all of a sudden, that old man was kind of leaned into me and whispered, and I thought, maybe he's right. So, in all these occasions, we get past that. I always tell them the same thing. I really want to be a Mormon. I'm way into the multiple wife thing. They have to explain how that's not a deal. And then they say, well, let's continue. I said, okay. And they said, it's all about the Book of Mormon, the Book of Mormon, the Book of Mormon. And I said, hang on a second. And I did this every time. Ask my wife. I said, stay right there. And I ran and grabbed my Bible. And I sit back down and I start opening my Bible and I say, okay, Book of Mormon, is that New Testament or Old Testament? Book of Mormon. And they're like, well, it's not either. I said, wait a minute. You have a Book of Mormon that's not in the Bible? And they say, well, it's a different book. And I go, wait, it's not the Bible? And they say, no, the Book of Mormon's not in the Bible. And we'd all sit there in the living room and stare, and I go, why not? And they have an answer. And I want you to listen to their answer. It's phrased very similar every time. Well, when the Bible was written, when the Bible was created, and they got the Book of Mormon is over in the United States and centuries ago, and you couldn't the Bible, the Book of Mormon couldn't make its way back over into Europe to be inserted into the gospel at that time. So this is a separate book, and I let them do their whole explanation, and I said, okay, we're done talking. I don't want to be a Mormon anymore. And they always said, well, why? I said, because you just described your God and all of these things in this book and said God couldn't get the Book of Mormon over into Europe and insert it in the Bible. It was written too late and it was too far. At the time it was written, there wasn't any vessels that could cross, the Atlantic or whatever story they said. And I said, it doesn't matter. You just said God couldn't. Every time they say, well, God couldn't get it. God couldn't get it written early enough, so it was written later. And as soon as I brought that up, I said, if your God has something he couldn't do, I'm out. We don't need to talk anymore. You said God couldn't do it, so all right. Well, I don't want to follow a God that couldn't do something. So that was it for the Mormons. Is that Gen X Mom? Is that truthfully not what I did every time?
That's true.
What are you laughing at? Who commented something?
You.
Oh, okay. I thought you were laughing at something that was written. The other one, a real quick one, was who was the other ones that came around? It was the Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses. And I said, they said, we are the most learned of the scriptures. We're constantly revisiting the scriptures to modify our thinking and our doctrine. And I said, okay, well, I got a question. I'm a little worried here. I said, you guys are only letting 44,000 people. One of their things is the 44,000 that get to go to heaven. I said, I can't be part of your religion. I'm already out. They said, why are you out? I said, I'm sure 44,000 Christians have already died. I'm 44,001 or 44,002. I'm sure that there's not still room in that number of 44,000 to get into heaven. He said, oh, no, don't worry about that. That's not literal. I said, so you don't believe the Bible's literal? So Jesus didn't literally die? No, he literally died. Noah literally didn't build an ark? No, he built an ark. I said, so this part's not literal, but the other parts are? I said, how do you figure that out? That was the end of that. So just good-natured fun, but I did it every time. They knock on the door. We sat down. We talked for the whole time. God, my wife hated that, especially if it was summertime, because we were always doing stuff in the summertime, and everything came to a screeching halt. We were going someplace. We were piling in the car to go someplace, and the kids would go, "Don't tell Dad anyone's at the door because Dad will talk to him for 2 hours, and we can't leave. We can't go if we're going to the beach or something." And those guys show up too soon, we're in trouble because Dad will sit here and talk to him.
You're getting corrected on the number. It's not 44.
144,000? 144,000, yeah. So it was 144,000, but the idea was the same, is that they didn't take it literally, and so...
You know, I think we should have a story time with the general.
I just did. I told you were gone the whole time. I carried the whole show.
But how about one of the stories that you've been holding back that you haven't really said or talked about, or, you know...
I'm not talking about the Los Padres mine.
That's fine. That one take forever.
Yeah, that's a 9-hour story.
What about the desert? Was there one in the desert that you haven't talked about?
We talked about the Fiero.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Everybody
one.
remember the Fiero story? Not for
what
you
about the
diehards?
time travel? Was there the time travel one?
I
in
could
the
tell you
desert?
that one more time, and then I'm not talking about it again because everybody wants to go look it up.
That's fine.
Okay. I think if I'm going to tell you the story, number one, what you and I have going on right now.
Oh, Danny says the road trip story. The one to Canada?
Oh, no, don't make me tell that story.
That one is hilarious.
I don't even know I'm drunk enough to tell that story.
That one's so
We'll
funny.
start with the time travel story. But right now, I got to remind you guys that we are in the middle of a very symbiotic relationship.
Who's we?
Myself and the audience. I'm going to drink and tell lies. Your job is to drink and believe those lies. If you're not drinking and believing all of the lies I'm telling you, what the fuck are we doing here? You have to believe the stories. And if you need to smoke and joke and toke and get high, do it. If you need to drink, do it. I don't feel like you're doing your part in this relationship. If you're not drinking, let's drink. Let's raise a glass right now. Gen X Mom.
I'm answering a question. You're not banned in Canada. You were just escorted over the border.
Yeah, I don't know that
You
I'm...
can go back.
Probably by now I can. This was 87. I probably can go
I
back.
think that story's so freaking funny.
So, I was driving.
Which one are we talking about?
This is the time travel story.
Okay, we're doing time travel story.
So this had to been, I'm going to say 1989 or 90, right about in there. Maybe 1990. Well, maybe a little later, 91, somewhere right in there. And a friend of mine, who I'm not going to mention his name because you fuckers tried to track him down last time. We were driving up the 15. We were coming up the Cajon Pass. And it was in the daytime. I forget what we were doing something down at Pomona. We might have gone down to the drag strip, you know, where they have the swap meet down there, the big Pomona swap meet. It's all car parts. Probably going to do that. And we were living up in Palmdale, Lancaster area at the time. So I have lived in some of the hardest California conditions known to man. And we're driving back up the Pear Blossom Highway. We came up north on the 15, and we turned west onto the Pear Blossom Highway, 138. You guys ever been on that in the old days? It was just whoop-de-doos after whoop-de-doos.
There was nothing out there.
Nothing out there.
It's just desert.
Yeah, there wasn't much for towns or nothing. There's a few. Pear Blossom was out there. I think Little Rock was out there, but they were far apart. There was just nothing there. And we were driving west on the 138. And all of a sudden, my buddy was driving. All of a sudden, he pulls over, turns around, and we go back about a quarter mile, and he pulls over the side of the road. And I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You got to see this." And on the side of the road, would have been the south side of the road, was an old billboard. And I mean, ancient. I don't even know why someone put something up there. Probably put up there in the 60s, I would guess. Tall billboard, too, for a billboard built way back. This is big. And there was nothing on the billboard but space, stars. Just like someone had laid out a picture, this fucking billboard was huge, of all these stars, and they were going to put something on it, maybe an ad for a car dealership or, you know, pest control or something, but they didn't finish it. But the background was there. And my buddy's sitting there staring at it, and he's like, "This has got to mean something." And I said, "Yeah, it means incompleted work. Let's go." And he goes, "No." He goes, "Something's calling to me here. Something's weird." And so we started spitballing ideas. And I remember I was the one who came up with the idea but I didn't have the follow through. Pay attention to what I'm telling you here. I said, okay, I figured it out. I know what this is. And we've been out there for an hour and a half because he won't leave until we figure out this goddamn mystery. I said, look, the stars that are painted in the background, they're real. It's a real image of stars in space. Now, I don't know if it's a picture pointed that way. I don't know if a picture pointed straight up. I don't know if it's a picture over there. But if you can figure out and line up, stand, keep moving your body, walk over this way, walk back, walk forward, line it up. Line the billboard up with the part of the sky that it matches star for star perfectly. If you're standing there, a portal opens up. That's what it's here for. Been up here for years. You can see it's been neglected for years and years and years. Nobody's put up a new advertisement. I go, this must be a way that people get out of here. If there's aliens on the planet, they run here, they stand here at a certain time of year when the stars are lined up. Maybe it's the wintertime, maybe it's the summertime, I don't know. But you line up the stars, it's a perfect picture of the stars, but you got to find where it is in space and stand at the right angle. And if you get it perfect, boom. That was all my buddy needed to hear. He actually went home, came back out there on his own, drove the 60 or 80 miles out there back on his own, took a picture of it, took it to Photomat, got it developed, and then became an astronomer, tried to figure out, talked to people that knew, and passed out these pictures and tried to figure out what star constellation was in the picture and what was the angle, when would it be in the western sky, when would it be out there, and tried to figure that all out, and he did. Because he called me, he goes, I finally got it. I talked to people that know. I talked to people that have it figured out. And it was a certain time, and I don't remember exactly, I think it was April. He goes, in April, around the middle of April, the stars in this picture will be out in the western desert, and you can see it, and it's towards the Pacific. And I said, all right, far out. He had it all figured out. He had it all mapped out. Tried to figure it out, figured he got it. And then one day he calls me, leaves me a message and says, I'm going to go set it up. I'm going to go out there and stand there. I'm going to go try to figure it out. All right, man, knock yourself out. So a couple of days go by and people are looking for my friend. They can't find my friend. He's not around. He's not answering his phone at home. There was no real cell phones back then. In fact, I don't even think the first cell phone, maybe the first one had been, I don't know. We didn't have one. And, I didn't know where to look. People asked me where to go, where to look, what to do. I didn't know for sure. And so I tried to figure it out and called around a few people, hadn't seen him. And then all of a sudden I remembered the billboard. So I called the other people that were looking. I said, just go out Pear Blossom Highway, way, way out there. And they found his car parked right in front of the billboard with the keys still in the ignition. No sign of him anywhere. Now, what do you want me to do? Tell the cops that he found a porthole to outer space and the aliens took him? Or he's on Pluto because he lined up the picture perfect? Who's going to fucking believe me? But there's a lot of questions. Well, how did you know where his car was? How did you know where he's going to be? Yeah, there's some stuff out here, crazy stuff. He was coming out to the billboard. I didn't think he was serious, but there he is. And I had alibis for where I was. I was fucking working, and I was with people. I couldn't have done anything to it. But there was his car. To this day, he's listed as missing. Still never been found. No body, no nothing, gone. So wherever it went, he figured it out and went there. And I remember Gen X Talks, I never gave it much of a thought. I didn't go try to line it up. I didn't go try to figure it out because I didn't want to be gone. But I did go back out there in 2020, 2021 maybe. I tried to find the billboard. And I don't think I found a lot of billboards. The towns had grown around it.
And we've gone out there too.
We've gone out there, yeah. And I tried to figure out exactly where it was, and I couldn't quite remember. I knew kind of where it was, but the towns, I think the town grew around it. I think the town's kind of spread out along the 138, along Pear Blossom Highway.
Took it down.
I think they took it down. I've never met anybody that's ever seen the billboard or remembers it, and hundreds of thousands of people have gone down that road over the decades. But my friend and I were the only, and I'm sure other people saw it too. Nobody gave it a second thought. I didn't. He had to turn around and go back and look at it and explain to me that he was confused by it. I threw out some goofy theory because that's how my dumb brain works, and I didn't give it a second thought until he went missing.
He was drawn to it.
He was drawn to it completely. But to this day, he's still listed as missing. I don't know where it went, but he's gone.
Your son's back.
And Briggs is here.
How's it going?
What can I do for you?
Hey guys, are you telling that story again about the billboard?
No,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't.
Seems like you are. You haven't said that story in a minute. Why is the camera so low?
Because it's perfectly centered on where I want
I
it.
can barely, I'm so, like,
Well,
you
you're
wanna
also
sit here for a
6'5".
sure.
Come sit here for a minute.
I was just gonna pop in. So.
You two can shoot the shit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not. It's not
Well, it's a New Year's.
Stay.
It's a New Year's Eve show, so we're just shooting the shit about whatever. Look at, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you.
Thank you.
I present to you the kid. Gen X Talks.
All grown up.
So, did you figure out your stuff at work? Are you good to go for the next project? I can't believe you're going to be working 12-hour days. And then after that, they're giving you a break, 6/10s.
Does everybody know what he does now?
Electrician's apprentice,
There you go. Boom.
working for Ben Matlock. Never lost a case.
Never gets old.
You got to say that, or didn't you got to say it when it didn't count? So
No, I'm not gonna say
Ben Matlock never
Not
lost a
gonna say
case. So,
He's not a lawyer. But do
yeah.
I have any?
Do you have anything
stories?
cool stuff? What goes on at your job? Anything interesting?
Okay, listen, guys. Hypothetical. Listen. Stay with me on this one. I know I just started. You gotta stay with me.
Oh shit, I'm
Right.
drinking.
Okay. Say you're getting the most immaculate 10 out of 10 dome, blowjob, however you want to refer to it, right? Most 10 out of 10. Listen, okay, you wanted this. This was presented to me while I was
She
in New
wanted
York.
you to tell a story, and you
This
start
is-
telling a
this is-
blowjob
this-
story in front of your mother.
Whoa. I did. Whoa. She's
You-
already heard this. She gave her opinion, okay?
Wow.
Okay.
All right, go.
Most 10 out of 10, like, oh my goodness, I can never leave,
Yeah.
kind of. And then halfway through,
Yeah.
whispers in your ear, I've got a penis. What do? Do you fully commit and, finish? Like, you're going to be mad in about 10 minutes, which is what one of my bosses said. He's like, I'm going to be real mad in about 10 minutes. That's what he said.
You're out of
Or
your
do you,
fucking mind.
Or do you leave?
How about you beat the shit out of the dude?
Calm down. Violence is never the answer, Dad.
It's the fucking answer.
I said, I guess I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. I got
You- what are you
bamboozled.
gonna say? You
I
just-
was like, one, I'm gay. I'm gay now. Two, I gotta leave. And then
What? How do
my-
you get out of there? You say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Just remember, I have an appointment."
I don't think I'd keep it up. I gotta go. Like, I'm sorry. So then, right, my coworker, multiple coworkers were like, I guess we're already here. You know what I mean? They kept going. I was like,
No.
I was like, we are all gay. You guys are more gay, 100% more gay, because you kept going. And they're like, no, there's no levels to gay. I'm like, yes,
Yes,
there
there
is.
is.
So I'm like, there's 100% levels to this.
There was a comic who said one time, he goes, he's stand up. You guys know who he is. He was Ron White. And he's a comic. He goes, yeah, I got friends all over in the industries. In fact, he goes, I got one guy who does a lot of porn. You know, he's like in a lot of porn movies. And he came to me one day. He goes, man, I just got paid a bunch of money. And I said, of course, well, what was your scene? What'd you have to do? He goes, I was in a room with 10 other guys, and I'm not even gay. And I looked at him and said, you're gayer than I am.
Yeah, you're more gay.
So
That's what
there's
I'm saying.
levels.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. There's levels. Okay. I don't really know any other stories, but that's just
I do.
What?
What's a standard joke among men, grown-ass men? Ready? Yeah. So I'm going to see if in the comment section you guys know the answer to this. There's a question. You guys come up with the answer. Let me know if you get the right answer. What's the best Hummer you ever had? What's the best Hummer you ever had in your life? Now, there's only one answer. Got to read some answers. Yeah, Gen X mom, you going to read some answers there for me, or the kid? What are they putting up in the comment section? What's the best Hummer you ever had in your life?
Spot said the next one.
Close. No. Anybody? Anybody?
Danny said the next one.
No, it's the last one. What's the best Hummer you ever had? The last one. Doesn't matter how good it was. Last one was the best. How can you have the next one if it says the best Hummer you ever had? HAD.
Sorry, man. Jeez.
Damn it, you
Anyways,
fucked up a
guys,
perfectly good
chill.
joke. All
Everybody's saying someone said I don't have any whimsy. I do. I keep the whimsy.
Oh no,
around.
this is why they think all electricians are homosexuals. Because of shit like
because
that.
it's true.
Oh my God.
I said we were on the bus from Switch, right? Because you have to get bussed in, right? And I was sitting next to the master, and it's just our crew on this bus, like nobody else is on there. And I go, "Oh my God, we're bus buddies!" And then somebody overheard and was like, "Butt buddies." I was like, "Whoa, did I accidentally say that?" And the master goes, "Pookie, stop!" And I go, "Are you embarrassed of me? Can we not go public? Is this what's
Oh
happening?"
my God. This is why electricians
on.
listen is gay.
Look,
Oh.
whoa, okay, guys.
But
I joke around,
Uh-huh.
but I do keep my whimsy.
Uh-huh.
I do keep my standards.
Uh-huh.
It's always funny to throw a gay joke around.
do you sashay on your way into work?
Hell yes, I do. How I need them to take me seriously.
If you sashay and you have whimsy, I'm starting to think there's a different meaning in Dead Horse video we made years ago.
First off,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be gay. If the Dead Horse video actually happened, that's more
weird.
messed up. That's really messed
Yeah,
up.
that's plumber messed up. That's not electrician.
Plumber?
That's
Oh my-
plumbing.
I didn't know there's
Plumbers.
levels
Oh,
to
there's
this.
plumbers. There's drywallers.
levels to
There's
gay, but there's
electricians.
levels to-
Oh yeah, that's plumber problems.
Also, going back to the levels to gay thing, first off, I said there's definitely levels to gay. And they go, how do you know? I said there's bisexual and then there's gay. Those are two levels. One, you're kind of on the fence. I like guys, I like girls, right? Then you're full gay where you're like, I'm committed to the other side. You know what I mean? There is levels. There are levels. There's a fence you have to cross. Okay?
Or you realize the fence is there for a reason and stay where you're supposed to.
Whoa, don't say that. People can love whoever they want, okay? Jesus. Don't say where you're supposed to. That's crazy.
I know where I'm supposed to
that's
stay.
That's crazy implications. You can't say that,
I
Ted.
play in the
You
same
can't
yard.
say that.
I stick to one playground, period.
I'm saying, I'm on my side of the fence going, I mean, it's cool if you're over there. Like,
yeah,
just have
I'm
a
not
beer,
sure who
you
you're
know?
looking
Well,
at,
I'm
though.
not going to have a beer,
I
but
think
they
you're
will.
looking it over at all the rest of us straight guys going, hey, it's cool if you guys want to be over there. That's what it sounds like.
But is it okay if you hang out? Like, or are you just not cool with that?
I don't mind if you hang out. That's cool.
That was the most strained. I don't care if you hang out ever. We didn't ask, so don't tell. I'm not gay.
Yeah,
Gosh, guys.
that was Clinton era. Don't ask, don't tell. Clinton era
Guys.
military.
1, I'm not gay. 2, I still got my whimsy. 3, this white boy's got motion. And Newton's first law is if a white boy in motion stays in motion. Okay?
I don't think that's the way Newton
That's
wrote
what he
that
said.
law.
A
I'm not
white
so
boy in
sure
motion
that's how
stays
he
in mo-
wrote it. I kind of think he didn't write it with the white boy thing and it had nothing to do with your rhythm.
What's wrong with that? Can a white boy not Dougie? Who saw Brock Purdy in football?
I'm
Scoring touchdowns Sunday Night Football. Who saw that?
I'm just telling
Anybody see
you.
Brock Purdy? He got motion.
They ain't got rhythm though.
Yeah, he does. I do. I got where
You do not have rhythm. You
Yes,
got
I
you,
do.
you got
I
white boy
literally-
rhythm.
I literally have rhythm.
You got white boy rhythm.
You ain't got rhythm. That's a song from a cartoon that you don't know, but shout out Phineas and Ferb. But I do have rhythm. You may not have rhythm,
I got a little
but
bit.
my mama gave me rhythm.
Oh, your
So
mama
I-
got rhythm for days.
Exactly.
Your mama got rhythm to pass around. That's how much she got.
Rhythm to pass around.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can rub up on her and you got rhythm for about
Pause.
5 minutes.
Pause.
Oh yeah, you dance with
Pause.
mom and she gave you rhythm for 5 minutes. You got Hungarian white
What are
girl
you
rhythm.
talking about?
I'm trying to tell you, she got
Don't
rhythm to
talk
pass
about
around.
rubbing up on my mom, bro. What?
Where do you find out what else
What
we
are
do?
you talking about?
It's something.
A closet you need to exit. Shut up, Josh. Shut up. Jeez. Josh, I thought we were cool. What happened?
You're gonna show up at the big Mayhem in Minden Round 2 barbecue this summer, and you can like, hey, you guys want to go bowling? And there's gonna be a bunch of people go, pass. We're cool. We're
Yeah,
good.
they're gonna ask me to bust a move, and I'm gonna be ready.
No, they're not.
I can moonwalk. I can do a lot of things. I can do a lot of different moves. You know.
Okay. All
And,
right.
I'm gonna say peep game, and then I'm a moonwalk, and then I'm gonna be like, your
What
turn,
is-
dance
what
battle
is-
now.
What does peep game mean? What does
peep
that mean?
game? Like watch
Peep?
this. What? It literally just means watch this. Peep.
Peep
So
game.
peep. Ready? Peep and
Yeah.
watch are synonyms.
Okay.
Watch this.
Is the game.
Ready? This like my game. Peep
Yeah.
my game. So peep game. peep game and lock in. Focus.
Oh, you know
Focus
what? Here's
on
a
this.
fucking idea. Just throwing this out there.
There's no need to curse.
So you don't have to confuse. You could just say, watch this.
Or you say peep game,
You know,
'cause that
now-
sounds so much cooler.
You could just say,
Peep game.
watch
Peep game
this.
and lock in, okay?
And nothing wrong with the English language.
Peep game and lock in. You say it 3 times, you're definitely gay. Gay.
You say it 3 times and Beetlejuice appears. Watch
I am
yourself.
not gay.
I'm just
Mom, I'm not gay.
like, did you make him gay? Is that
Like,
what you?
li-
Is
like,
that why he's looking
I'm
at you?
Not gay. God.
Okay,
another
I
topic.
want you to know
No,
something.
I need to defend myself here.
I
God,
want you
how
to
do
know something.
What's up?
Every person I've ever known my whole life that runs around saying the words "I'm not gay," they're the most gay motherfuckers I've ever seen. Otherwise, you
I
wouldn't
mean,
have
you
to
just
say
said
it.
you're not gay.
Once.
Exactly.
I just made a statement.
So
I
you're
walked
like kind
away.
of gay because you said it once.
No, no, I'm not. You're full blown defending yourself like
whoa,
you're on a
okay,
rant or
look.
a tizzy.
I'm. All I gotta say is I'm not. That's it.
If we would have been on TikTok right now, banned, but we're not.
That's okay.
It's not okay.
That's okay.
I don't want to get.
I've been there,
I don't want to
done
get
that.
banned on TikTok because of your persuasions.
I've been there, done that. Okay, maybe speak English. How about you listen better? Learn better. Okay, get with the times, old man.
Why don't you listen
Kidding,
slower?
That was mean. I'm sorry. What's up?
Why don't you listen slower?
Yeah, slower. I apologize.
Listen, when Mom said you have stories, she meant job stories, on the job, electrician
That was
stories.
on the job.
No, that's
That
like
was on the
tying
job.
wire, pulling wire. You talking about?
I don't have
pulling
any
some,
super funny stories
pulling
like
some
that.
other dude's wire. We're not talking about
Pause.
that.
What?
Why do you keep saying pause?
Like, we need to pause and, like, why'd you say that? Like, when you say something a little sus, a little gay, you say pause.
what's sus?
Gay. Like, you say something a little gay, a little
What do
fruity.
just use the
Little
English
fruity, little-
language.
Do you have
Don't-
loose wrists? Is that okay? That's okay if you do. I'm just wondering.
There's a
you know,
lot wrong
Dad,
with you.
Like,
Just so you know, there's a lot wrong with you.
if you got loose wrists, okay.
My door don't
Wouldn't
swing
be the only
both
thing that's
ways.
loose if that's true.
how you
I'm just
got here.
saying.
You got here from me being a straight white male. Yeah,
I got here because you're white.
straight white male because I am. What? I describe myself accurately.
I know, but you said white was part of the reason why I'm here.
Yes, because I am a straight white
Just say you're
male.
straight.
I am a
Just say you're
straight white,
man.
old car loving, World War II
throw in that you're
looking
white.
person. Yeah,
That meant-
I can add more things to that conversation.
literally
it's more
meant-
descriptive,
meant
letting you know it's a
nothing.
better picture of
it
who
meant
I am.
Nothing to the fact of why I'm here.
It gives you a better statue when you
If Dad
build
was
it.
brown, would I be here?
What?
If Dad was
If I was
brown, would I be here?
If I was a brown person instead of a white guy, would he still be here? Would you have had sex with me if I was brown?
Yeah.
Probably not.
See?
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
what?
oh,
What?
look at that
What?
little
It
vindication.
matters that you're white. That's
That was her
crazy.
preference. So what? You like?
I'm not
you,
saying she's racist, but that's so funny that
you
it
like
happened.
Mexican girls. So what? Nobody
Yeah,
says shit.
I
Oh
do,
my gosh,
okay.
you like brown girls. No one says anything. No
I
one
hope they
cares.
do. I hope they do. Okay.
All right, this conversation went off the rails really, really badly.
Christine, okay. Christine's got to get out of here before I look. I don't need Christine relaying.
Christine
any of this.
who?
Matlock.
Oh, you're in trouble
yeah,
now.
Like,
Your whole
someone get her
crew's
out of
gonna
here.
know about this.
Because there's no. I
Uh-oh.
don't. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
What? She has a preference in
Mom
guys?
is based. See, Midnight Gaming got lingo. Mom is based.
Boom.
You are based.
Yeah,
You
you're
are
based. That's a good thing.
That was hilarious.
He brought it up.
Ben is watching this on the big TV. Oh.
Oh, you're done now. You better be shelling out
Dang.
some money to bribe your boss to keep
I
his
should
mouth
have
shut.
kept his credit card today.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you're done now. You're fucking done.
Yeah. But that's that was so funny. It's not crazy. It
Hey,
isn't bad. It was just
Can I
funny.
ask you a question?
What's
I
up?
know you made a comment. You were half joking, just teasing, because you've pretty much heard probably all my stories several times. We used to do campfires and stuff, talking to the kids and drinking and smoking. But what do you think is the most common, vivid story that you and all your brothers and sisters would remember? Like, has Dad got drunk enough to tell that story yet? What do you think? Because you've heard a lot.
You're right. I've heard a lot.
There's a ton
Have
of
I
them.
listened to a lot though?
Well, I don't know. I don't know
No,
how
it's-
much you paid attention to or not.
I'm trying to remember which one because that one
Did
tell
you hear
multiple times.
the Gold Fiero story?
Which one's that one? Started and I might remember.
When a guy came to me and said, "I'll pay you $100 to get rid of my car, so I don't have to make the payments on it anymore."
What? No.
Did you hear the one where?
You always tell the one where you found all that dynamite? when
was a
Wild
gold
Bill-
story. Yeah.
Yeah, when Wild Bill told you.
Yep. Out off of Route 66. Yep. That's
Yeah.
one. That's a World War II gold story. Yep. That one was real. Of all his stories, there was 3 that were real. That was one. Did you hear the one where Canada wouldn't let me back into the United States?
Yeah,
That's
told me that
one.
one. You told me the one where you and Wild Bill and a lot of random people got into like it was like a firefight.
Yeah.
But you,
gunfight.
you didn't want to shoot the gun at anybody, so you shot it in the air.
Well, because Wild Bill would have checked to see if I used it.
Yeah.
If I sat there and didn't fire the gun, I
Yeah,
got
I
the shit
understand
kicked
why
out
you
of
did
me.
it.
Yeah. That was a real gunfight. I've been in a real battle like that, close up too. Yeah.
Okay, Christine, there's good context to why I was talking about gay and why I was talking about Gen
No,
X.
there is not.
There was good. They asked me for a story,
And you
I
picked
gave
a gay
hypothetical-
story.
No, well, not.
There's
little
a
bit.
Christine,
but
there's
no
a-
one was actually gay in the story.
except you.
No, I was actually less gay in the story.
See, that's less gay.
but I'm
It's
just
still
saying,
gay.
I'm not actually gay though,
2% milk is still milk.
dude.
2% milk is still milk.
Is almond milk milk? So is hypothetical gay still gay? Exactly. So what I'm saying.
Show me the tit on an almond.
Yes, exactly. You understand. So, okay, 4 times you're definitely leading. Josh, stop counting. So, look, what I'm saying is we had the story
Yeah.
where we talked about hypothetical gayness.
Yeah.
We answered that philosophical mystery.
We figured out you're gay.
That there's levels to gay.
Yeah.
Then he said he's not gay.
No.
Because I wouldn't be in this world because he's a straight white man. And I was
Right.
like, how can white be part of the reason you're here?
Right.
Gen X mom walks in. I go, Mom, would I be here if he was brown? Like, would she sleep with a brown man?
And she said no.
Which is so funny that it actually mattered that he was white.
So I was
in a
right.
sense. Not that she's racist.
I was
but
right in how
preference-wise.
I answered that question. I was correct.
Exactly, you were correct.
I was
I
correct.
just I just didn't know. Sorry, man. I
You
just
have
didn't know there-
preferences too. You wouldn't sleep with a green girl.
Yeah, probably not.
See, you're racist to green girls.
I mean, Star Lord would.
I'm just so what? So did Captain Kirk.
He did.
Oh yeah, it was a big thing in the '60s. His girl was all green, and he knocked one out. Yeah,
He knocked one out.
yeah, broke
She
one
ain't
off.
getting up from that one. Oh yeah.
I didn't say she knocked.
Walked out the door. Said knocked on the door.
I didn't say.
Got a casket in there.
I
Damn.
didn't say he knocked her out. I said he knocked one out.
You said
broke-
knocked it out.
Broke one off.
Okay.
Broke one off. There you go.
It's not better.
Well, it sounds better.
What it doesn't.
So see, you're racist towards green girls. There's a problem with you.
I just said that mom isn't racist for that. So I'm not racist for that either.
But you're still gay.
No, I'm not. Oh my God.
You said you were gay, a little gay.
I'm not. No, I didn't. Oh
Gay
my
light,
goodness.
like a light beer,
You
Bud
don't-
Light beer?
You don't understand that. You need the context to the situation. That
Okay.
it was a hypothetical question that I had no choice of being in.
I'm just
I
saying.
couldn't leave.
You're Bud Light gay, like a little bit.
Bud Light gay.
It's almost
Just a
beer.
little.
It's almost gay. I get you. I understand. Little
Dad,
alcohol in
you're
it, but
you were in this hypothetical, so you're just as gay as me.
no.
Yes. If
Just-
you give me that argument, you're right there.
Just
You're
because you
right
draw
there.
with the same color crayons doesn't mean we're the same. Nope. Not
Yes, it
even a
does.
little bit.
Yes, it does. 100% does.
No.
That's also not a great analogy.
It's a perfect
We were
analogy.
both in the same hypothetical situation,
Okay, let me put it this way.
except you put hands on that person
We're
for no
both
reason.
we're both drawing with the same color book and the same crayons. Only I'm coloring inside the lines and you're coloring outside the
I
lines.
didn't color at all.
You're
Actually,
coloring outside the lines.
I chose to push the crayons away.
I don't think so. Yeah,
You chose to rip up the paper in this hypothetical
No,
scenario.
you chose to push it away because your straightness
Why am I
was pushed
zoomed in?
away. I don't know.
Am I zoomed out?
No, you're pretty in close. I don't know how you do it. I don't know the cameras. You have the Fox camera on you right now. That's the truth. See? It's the Fox cam.
God damn it! Get away from me! Back up.
Hey, it backed up. It backed up some. It's a lot further back than it was a second ago.
Did it?
Anyway, so that's the
Did
deal.
it? No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. Well,
You're
you know
drunk.
how that works, then you figured out.
You're drunk. You don't know. I'm on delay. I don't.
I thought you went like this. I thought you had to go this for close and this for farther away. Yeah,
think so.
is something like that? I don't know. I had a hell of a
I don't
time
know,
fighting,
man.
dude.
Open up the OBS bot thing, and then you can zoom it out manually.
I know how to do it. Don't tell me how to do shit. I know.
Okay, look, I was only supposed to come on here and just say,
I'm gay. Leave me alone.
No, I didn't want to say that.
But
Look.
you did.
I didn't say that.
You know
didn't say
what?
that,
We
man.
accept your lifestyle choices.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But one,
It's okay.
look,
I'm glad. I wish you'd have told me before Christmas. It would have changed my gifts.
I'm not.
I would have bought you Ryobi instead of Milwaukee.
Okay.
You know, I would have got you Ryobi tools instead of Milwaukee tools. I think that's fair.
Like,
You know, we got you that jacket that has the red stripe on the back. I'd have made it pink or yellow. I'd
I
helped
would
you
have
out.
okay. Hey, yellow's my favorite color. Chill.
Yellow is your favorite color?
Yeah, dude, I love the Lakers. I love gold.
Yellow is your favorite color?
What do you think? The sun's gay now?
Yellow is your favorite
Yeah.
color.
Is anything yellow gay now? Like, what's?
Wow, you think you know a guy.
Is this really world-ending news to you? that my favorite
I had
color's
no
yellow?
idea. I've known you your entire life. And
Yes.
I had no
and my
idea
favorite
yellow
color's been
was
yellow for like years, for like 10 years.
You've kept that from me. Cleverly so. You've cleverly kept that from me.
Okay, I was so dialed into video games and basketball that in 6th grade, my dad sat me down and asked if I was gay because I just never talked about girls. And I was just like, I just am not interested. I like basketball, I like video games, and that's pretty much it. You know,
Yeah,
I was
but-
just dialed in. He was like, "Well, son,
You
be
do
honest
know,
with me.
You do
Are
know
you
what,
gay?"
You know what boobs are, right?
Well, yes, duh.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
okay, yeah, I can see him right now.
No, don't look at me. That's impolite. Don't look at me.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I had a serious question growing up. As a father, I had to step in. I had to ask. You know, if you put up video games, basketball, and boobs, I wasn't sure how long it was going to take you to pick. That's all I'm saying.
Well, video games stuck.
You grew out of it, though. Thank God.
Basketball stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They want a girlfriend update. So what do we do here, Dad? What's the play here? What's the play here?
I would be honest.
Yeah.
I would tell them exactly, because I want to tell you something. If you are completely honest with everybody on your girlfriend situation, there is some stature and maturity that comes along with how you arrived where you're at. More than I thought you had in you. And you did it.
I know this is a long story though.
Shorten it up. Just say,
Yeah. Adelina and I aren't together anymore. We haven't been together since I was in New York. Since before New York.
yeah, it's
Really?
been a little bit.
It's been a little bit. I'm getting anxiety right now. I got pause.
Well,
So,
one of the things you
the-
guys were discussing was family and kids.
Yeah. And this is partially my fault because when we first started
Dating.
when we first started dating, I was very much in the mindset of like I didn't really care about my future. I was like, I got a girlfriend. This is sweet.
Yep.
I didn't really care about my grades. I didn't care about what's going to happen after high school. I was like, yeah, I'll be an ag teacher or whatever. I wasn't close with Christ. I really just didn't care. I just did not care.
Living in the right now.
And I treated Adelina like crap for like 7 months. And then it started to click for me that I was treating her like crap. And I locked in and I realized like I really do care about this girl and I love her. And I locked in and I really,
You
Like-
did a good job.
yeah, I cared for her a lot and we were doing great. But throughout that time, I kind of tried to make myself okay with not having kids.
Well,
And that-
back up, because you guys had it. When did you first learn that you guys were on a different page? That came as a shock to you.
Well, I never told her because at first I told her like, yeah, I'd probably want kids. You know, I was like on the fence. I didn't
Sure.
really think about it. And then I was like, well, I love her more than a hypothetical kid that I would have. You know, that's
Right.
I was just coping, even
Right.
though I wanted them.
Now, keep in mind, this is after you locked in and were like just an amazingly good boyfriend, trying as hard as you could. Things were well between
Yeah.
the two of you.
And I'm
Things
not
you,
saying she didn't love me back or
No.
she didn't like try.
you both did,
Yeah.
which is why some rifts came up were tough to deal with at that point.
Yeah, and then when I moved up here, I started really getting close to Christ. I started really like becoming a Christian. I started really caring about it a lot and really wanting to better myself. You know what I mean? And when I was up here, I realized, you know, I don't want to compromise. I do want kids, you know,
Yeah.
and I want to tell her that. And I know it's going to be a huge hurdle, but I want to tackle it.
How did you know it was going to be a hurdle? Had you guys already
Because, yeah,
had some?
'cause
You didn't mention that.
I said that earlier, that she said she didn't want kids. I
You
said
didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, look. So she said she didn't want kids. I realized I did. So, and I also realized that I wanted her to be Christian because they say, you know,
So tell everybody what her how
let me,
she received that.
Let me explain. And then I called her one day and said, hey, like, I do want to have kids and I want you to try being a Christian. And I know these are big things to bring up. I just want to, like, talk through these things. And she said, so is this it?
Wow.
And when she said that, we had a previous conversation that brought up something else.
She could have said yes. I'll listen.
Yeah. And when she said that, I kind of realized that every time a big hurdle came up in our relationship, I was always the one to save the relationship, to compromise
Yeah.
or make us compromise or come up with a compromise to just try and keep it together.
Which is not a bad thing to do.
And yeah, and I always did. And I was like, I'm just going to make this work no matter what. And I'm going to keep going. Right. And at that moment, I just kind of thought, yeah, I guess it is. This is it. Because if she doesn't want to save the relationship, if she doesn't want to put in that extra mile at that moment, at that very, very crucial moment, then I shouldn't. And I immediately, after the call, hopped on League of Legends, try and get my mind off it, and I couldn't. I was just so out of it.
Let me pause you right there for 1 second. What I thought was odd when you came to me with this story, because I've been through relationships and I've been through breakups and I've been through discussions like this, it hurts so much. I thought for sure she was going to tell you, yes, don't break up with me. We'll talk about kids. Yes, I will listen to religion just to get by. And she didn't.
Yeah, and I remember feeling just so distraught, you know, just so like out of it, like it was a nightmare. You know what I mean? I was like, this is not real. Like, this has to be a dream. And I prayed right after. I think I prayed and then called you, because I called you very composed.
Yeah. Yep, you did.
I prayed and I said, God, I don't want you to make it better. I don't want you to make us get back together or, you know, nudge us in that direction. I just want peace. I was like, I just need a moment, you know?
Yeah.
Peace to enjoy this game with my friends. Peace to sit here and do nothing. Peace to just calm me for a second. And instantly, I felt relaxed. I felt broken, but I felt relaxed.
I want to give the audience something. I'm going to lead them down a little past. So don't jump my route as a cornerback here. As everybody here listening knows, when you break up with someone, you always want to go back. Sometimes it hurts so bad, you just go, I can't take this anymore. And I tried to tell Briggs, I said, there's going to be moments when you're like, I just got to call her. I just got to make the hurt end. I got to call her. I got to get back together. And there'll be days when you're happy with your decision. You're like, no, I did the right thing, and I'm going to stay where I'm at. And has anybody seen the movie Draft Day? There's a scene in Draft Day. If you guys, the whole premise of the movie Draft Day was at the beginning of the movie, Kevin Costner's character has a little green piece of paper, and he keeps folding it up, putting it in his pocket. He takes it out and reads it. He folds it up and puts it in his pocket, takes it out and reads all through the whole movie. And Draft Day was about drafting football players for the NFL, and he had made his decision at 6 a.m. The guy he wanted to draft. And the movie is about this roller coaster of different players and how he gets all cut up and backwards thinking and swaying this way, swaying that way. But you learn about 3/4 of the way through the movie why he kept pulling out the green piece of paper, because he had written a note to himself, and it said Vontae Mack no matter what. Vontae Mack was a player, and he wrote himself a note that said Vontae Mack no matter what, because he knew that day was going to be filled with temptations of other players and finaglings and pressures from the owner and all this shit. And he needed to remind himself, no matter what comes down, Vontae Mack no matter what. And Briggs at one point had gotten to he got in a moment of his peace. He had said, I know this isn't working correctly with her. I know I need to stay the course. Even when the moments when I want to go back together, even when it hurts really bad, I got to find a way to remember this is not the correct course for my life. And I don't remember if it was him or me. I kind of think it was him who came up with the Vontae Mack,
Vontae Mack, no
matter what, to remind him.
I came up with that after I had tried to go back once. So about like 3 days, man, I was a trooper for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and I even remember coming in and being like, because I kind of thought like, well, I have nothing to lose. You know, I was like, what's the point of me not going back? It makes it easier.
Try it and see what happens.
And then immediately I was like, I think literally an hour after we kind of decided to try and get back, I said no. I said, no, I can't go back.
Yeah.
And then we were on like a break where like, well, we may figure things out. And during the break, I realized like we had talked for a while and like about what she wanted to do because she wants to go to Chico.
Yep.
And right before we broke up initially, she said she wanted to go to Ireland for an exchange program.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah, for 6 months. And she brought it up more. I don't remember exactly, but it felt more of like I'm going to Ireland.
Yeah, just telling you, like, by the way, I'm going to Ireland. Now let's continue figuring out our relationship.
And that was one of the very few times I lost my composure with her because we were talking about it. And I was just getting so upset. I was at work too. I was getting so upset, and I was like, I feel like you're choosing Ireland over me. I feel like you're choosing Ireland over our future.
Didn't ask you.
She's like, well, we're not gonna have time to travel. I was like, how do you know? I was like, how do you know that we're not gonna be able to travel? And she's like, well, going there for 6 months and studying and being a part of the culture is way better than being there for a few days. And I was like, she's like, it's not as exciting. I was like, do you just think our life is not going to be exciting?
But she's also telling you to put your life on pause while she goes and does this.
And that's what I said. And I realized, because we had talked, I told her how I felt, everything I was feeling. All these paragraphs about Ireland, about Chico, about how I felt bad for pushing some things on her. And I was like, this is just how I feel. And at the end, I was like presenting it.
Yeah.
And she goes, and then I was also saying, I was like, and I'm really feeling unloved. I was like, I feel unloved. I felt unloved because even the months leading up to the breakup, like she didn't laugh as much. She didn't I
get it.
Send like pictures of her as much. We had like a locket thing where we'd send pictures to each other. And it made, I was like, I kind of realized, like, I've been feeling unloved for a long time and I'm realizing this. And she goes, I'm sorry I made you feel that way.
That's it.
I was like, wow, awesome. So
I'm sorry I made you feel that way, and I'm going to Ireland.
Yes. And then I asked her, like, after trying, because I'm going to be honest, during the break, I was trying to make it work. I was trying really hard to make the relationship work. And I asked her, I was like, so what's your plan right now? Because I just want to know if I'm in it, I'm in it at all. And she's like, well, I'm going to stay down in Bakersfield for another semester, which
wasn't the plan at first.
Wasn't the plan at all. She's supposed to go to Chico. And then she said, I'm going to go to Ireland for 6 months to a year.
Wasn't the plan.
And then I said, okay, well, after you go to Ireland, let's see, long shot. Am I even a thought?
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't know. I maybe go to Chico, maybe stay in Bakersfield. I just don't know. And I was like, and at that moment, I realized I'm not in her plan. I'm doing everything in my life for her.
Yeah.
And she's doing everything in her life for her. And that hurts because it's not that she doesn't love me.
No.
It's that she just didn't.
She was going her way now.
Yeah.
And how to tie that in is that after that breakup happened, the moments that I would send him a text message and just say Vontae Mack.
Yeah, Vontae Mack.
Just to remind him, like, I don't know what you're going through, Vontae Mack. Just every now and then I would send that text message during the days after just to go, remember, you've already picked a path.
Yeah.
Even if you're hurting, stick with it. And he did. I got to tell you, he did. I'm not trying to shorten your story, but I'm trying to shorten your story.
Yeah, and and I was in New York. And the whole time I was in New York, I was alone. And, like, I would try.
That's a weak point.
I would try and talk to my friends, but I realized that I really wasn't alone. I had Jesus with me. Shout out Jesus.
And
I
the other
had
thing you told
with
me in New York was that you got back and you're like, she called me twice. I had to call her. I had to
Yeah.
initiate everything. Yeah.
And as soon as I was already set before I left New York, when I was in New York, I was set. All I wanted to do was call her and get it over with. That's all
Yeah.
I wanted to do. And as soon as I got back, like the minute I got stepped into this house, I walked into my room. I gathered up all of her things that I could think of. Her bracelets, her stuffed animals she got me.
And you sold them on
pictures.
eBay for $5.
I threw them away.
Oh.
Well, okay, I'm pretty sure I did throw them away eventually.
Yeah.
But I wanted to throw them away right then and there,
Mom told you to hit wait.
which was stupid. I think it's
Mom
so
told you
dumb.
just to wait to make sure.
No, I think it's dumb. I don't
could
want.
be.
I didn't want it at all. No bad blood towards Adelina, but I
I know.
cannot
be a friend.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing. Soon as we broke up, she texts me more than ever.
Yeah.
She calls me, and I'm like, and I asked, like, and I always answer pretty dry, you know, like after a few hours, like I'm trying not to think about it. And then I asked her, I was like, why are you texting me? I was like, why all of a sudden? She's like, well, I still think that like we could, like you're still really like my best friend. We could still talk and stuff. I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It hurts me too much to talk to you as a friend when I love you this much. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I can't do it. So I just, I didn't block her, which should have, but I just told her, I was like, if it is a dying emergency and you have zero, and I mean zero people to call,
Yeah.
you can call me.
But I better be last on the goddamn
Yeah,
list.
I am not your emergency contact. Like,
So for those of you that asked how things were going, even though
Yeah.
he said he'd give you a short answer, 30 minutes later,
there's a lot of stuff that happens here.
I'm just saying.
Don't flame me for this.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying. You
It's
could
a
have just said
complicated answer.
You could have said we broke up.
They deserve to know the truth. But yeah,
There's a lot of people in here that have followed
Hi,
you so
Anthony.
closely. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of people who are like, who the fuck is this kid and why is he talking? But there's a lot of people that deserve the answer, that have been following you and supporting you the whole time.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm just saying that you broke up and Vontae Mack, and now we're here.
so yeah. Anyways, that's
So, ladies, he's single.
Shut up.
He's single.
up.
He's on the prowl. He's on the market, but he's
But yeah.
expensive.
Any daughters?
Yeah, there are any
Shut
daughters
up,
out there.
man. No,
I'll vouch for
Don't-
my
don't-
son.
don't do me.
He's
like
only
this.
a little gay.
Exactly.
30 minutes till Eastern.
30 minutes until New Year's and Easter. No Dick Clark this year. Or Easter,
give
not Easter,
me
New
Chicken
Year's.
Lord 25. You said I want him with hard eyes. Yeah, Anthony. Get Anthony. You're. Yep.
Stop.
Yep. That's my homie Anthony.
Who's Anthony?
We're like this.
You don't even know who he is.
I do actually. He's on my computer over there. I watch. If I logged in, he'd
I don't
be right
want to
there.
see what's on the computer over there. Whatever you and Anthony do in the privacy of your own
Chill
room,
out.
knock
Chill
yourself out, baby.
Chill out.
Perfectly calmer than you are, dude.
Get out of my chair.
You're
Yeah,
the
she's
one
been
who
trying to
put
get
me
you to
here.
shut the fuck up for 20
Oh, and
minutes.
Isaac's here too. Look, all my friends showed up. Wait, you're kicking me out when all my friends showed up. What
All
the
your
heck?
gay friends, are they gay too?
Yes.
They're all a little.
Duh. Come on.
Anyway, you guys, Happy New Year to everybody coming up. That was Briggs. You guys are always asking about him. It was a good update to let you guys know where he was at and why.
Ooh, it's
He
warm.
drug that answer out a little longer than I thought. He gave you guys a little more than I thought he would, but that's what I've been dealing with him for about 3 or 4 months now. It weighs heavy on his heart. And the bottom line is, it came down to, she didn't want to have anything to do with religion. She's like, no, I don't even want to hear it. And she didn't want to have kids. Answer was no, not even adoption. She goes, I don't want to. Or something close to that. And it was very hard for him. But the lesson that I was able to teach him with all that was, that's what dating is for. While you're dating, in the beginning, before you fall in love, before you make a commitment, you learn some of these things. You learn what the other person wants or doesn't want. And I said, then you can make decisions before you continue on. Otherwise, everything you do, you're guessing, you're hoping that they want what you want. And that's tough. That's really tough. So he got that. He told me, he said, Dad, the next time I start dating, In the first 2 weeks of dating, I'm going to ask these questions. Do you want kids? What is your faith? Just things that align. Before I get emotionally attached, he said, that's what I want to know. And all of this came from a conversation about the world's greatest Hummer. I don't get it. All right, Gen X Mom, you're way behind on your sheets.
Probably. I
Let's
don't know
go.
where we're at. Let's see. Whoops. I just changed the whole thing. Graham Gordon dropped $2 for Briggs Team Orange.
There's no Briggs team. There's no Team Orange.
Spot and stock you for $9.99 for the Queen again. Spot is just dropping a bunch here. Steffi O'Nurse, $2. People can love who they want, but gay is gay.
Here's the problem. Can you see the screen right now where you are?
No. Can now.
Okay. Do you see your face?
Yeah.
What does it say below your face?
The Queen.
Okay, so while Briggs was sitting there, what was below his
The
name?
Queen.
And Ben Matlock,
Never lost
a case, texted my phone and goes, kind of hard for him to defend not being gay when he's on the screen and the name below him says the Queen. And he took a screenshot of it for all of the crew. So now
good
Briggs's
God.
crew's got a picture of him being the Queen. Wow, Ben, you are without Ruth. Ben Matlock, never lost a case. You are without Ruth. For those of you that don't know what that means, Ben is ruthless. Yeah.
David Jolly on Facebook says, wow, proud of your growth. Good for you on realizing your path forward. Happy New Year. That's for Briggs.
Thank you for saying so, because a lot of you guys, I'm sure a lot of people turned off and walked away, didn't want to be part of this live stream. I get it. I would probably click off on it too. But for those of you that have been part of the Gen X family for the past 5 years, you get the dynamic of what he shared with you. And that's it. It was just that one time. He won't bring it up
And
again.
we couldn't tell you. We had to come from him.
Yeah, that's true.
Two Bear, $9.99 cheers. Two Bear is in the chat on YouTube. James Morgan is checking in with $5. Blake says Happy New Year to Briggs and the General. Oh, what am I? Chicken liver?
Wait, Blake, where's the general's money? See, Blake wasn't here in the beginning. Two Bear wasn't here in the beginning. We have teams.
Oh, just stop with the teams.
all right.
Just stop.
Fine.
Unbelievable.
Two Bear would have been in my camp because he's already.
he's not.
Yeah, no, listen, you're going to be heartbroken. Two Bear has been in the chat where I put up all those pictures, and he said Team General every time. You're going to be heartbroken by that.
Okay.
It's a true story.
All right. We have about 20 minutes till it's midnight on the East Coast. John Morgan is checking in for $2 on YouTube. Hypothetical question means it's all about you, about Briggs' gay situation conversation.
Told you.
Dr. Shadowlight says he protests too much about being gay.
Yeah. Dr. Shadowlight's right. Anybody who screams, that's what they are. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
How
All
many
right.
times have you guys known in your real life, people you know in real life, that say, I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar, and you know they're the biggest liar you know? I'm never late, I'm always on time, and they're never late, they're never on time. You know that. When you scream and protest the very thing against something, you are that thing. It's Freud. Psychological. Freud said it, we all know it, that's it. Briggs is gay. I have a gay son. I have two gay sons. My other son's gay because he sits down when he pees.
Oh, stop.
True story. All right.
All right. It's all about you, big boy.
That's it. That's all that was in the sheets from
That's
all
it.
that
Everybody
stuff.
was listening.
That
to
could be
him.
true.
I'm
That could
so
be true.
glad he talked about it though. So now
It helped
it's out
him
there.
too. It was therapy for him too.
Shai is offering her daughter up for a dating position.
Briggs is a
saying.
good guy, that's for sure. No doubt about it. All right, where was I? The drag and drop section of the program. I'm not happy about this. I got to tell you guys. You guys can see that picture? It's a little bit disturbing. Someone caught this picture as they were going through the motions. All the talk about Area 51. Area 51 with aliens. Groom Lake up in Ridgecrest. Is it Groom Lake, the China Lake Reservoir up there? The aliens in Ridgecrest. That's a big thing up in China Lake. Groom Lake is Area 51. China Lake is in Ridgecrest. Again, aliens. Plant 42 in Palmdale is supposed to have an alien ship inside of Plant 42 in Palmdale. And then I see this picture. out in Nevada, which Nevada's big on the UFOs, almost as big as Roswell, New Mexico, and there is a crane holding the spaceship. I think it's all been bullshit. I think it's been filmed with green screens and a crane in the back of that's an old 47 flathead on there. That's just letting you guys know it's very disappointing. I think Sun Valley Fox was about 60 years old when that picture was taken. He's a fucking guy driving that thing. So there you go. Now you know what I know, which ain't much.
Okay.
It's another one. This one's political and sort of dumb, but it's all over the news right now, and I couldn't ignore it. Karen Bass is the mayor of Los Angeles, and she's out there. She's yelling at ICE agents that are Latino. Now, she's yelling at ICE agents that are Latino. She can't believe that they signed up for ICE to uphold the law, and they're arresting other Latinos that break the law. Don't white cops arrest white burglars? Don't black cops arrest black robbers? Don't Asian cops arrest Asians that speed? Well, that's not true because Asians drive slow as fuck. So no, there's no speeding Asians. But I don't understand why this is a big deal. But she's going around all the networks screaming, "I can't believe what you're doing. You're turning on your own kind." Okay,
wow,
if that isn't a
that's
racist,
a reach.
I know it isn't a racist statement. What is? I tell you, things are so fucked up in California. I can't even see straight. But I thought I'd bring that to your attention.
Oh, and it was on CNN.
It was on CNN that particular time. She's been all over the newsworks. And this is another one of the quirky places in Nevada. I don't even know where Rachel, Nevada is. And it little article said this is one of the quirky towns in Nevada. Sun Valley Fox has been all over Nevada. He probably knows where Rachel, Nevada is. I do not. And I was looking at this, like, look at this little place where the aliens live, and this is the best picture they could come up with for Rachel, Nevada. And this, to me, looks like a single-wide mobile home in Pahrump, Nevada, with a red light where the whores live. That's what it looks
Wow.
like to me. We're a brothel. This looks like an alien brothel. I guess you can go in here and in Rachel, Nevada, have sex with an alien, because that's what it looks like to me. I'm just saying, whatever you're into, not Briggs, because he doesn't date green girls. We figured that out already. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
T-Bone is asking a question. General, what do you think about Minnesota taxes and stuff like that? What's happening over there? What do you think? Thoughts?
I love how they're spinning all of the daycare fraud. I mean, billions and billions in Somali daycare fraud. I feel you know who I feel bad for in all this? You open up a daycare center, you don't take any kids in, and you get millions of dollars per daycare center. So they opened up thousands of them all over the state, bilking all of us for billions of dollars. And you know who I feel bad for? The Somali pirates. They're out there firing guns, trying to earn their pay, shooting and boarding ships, and they're taking over. Somali pirates are out there getting killed. They're working for their money, and they look over at these Somali daycare people, and they're just driving around Porsches and Mercedes and gold chains, and they aren't doing anything. No effort at all. It makes me feel bad for the Somali pirates, I got to tell you. That's one. And then they closed in on a bunch of Somali daycare centers. And I heard the most earnest speech of my life today. A Somali kid, must have been about 25, gets out there and goes, we had a break-in last night, and they stole all of our documents. Terrible. They took our register of all of the kids who have been here faithfully for the last 10 years. All the records are gone, and the employee records are gone. They stole all of them. We are the victims. I am not shitting you. That's what this motherfucker got out there and said, that all of their records that the FBI wanted, that the FBI was coming for, they broke in through a brick wall and stole just the documents that the FBI wanted. That's out there right now. Got on the news, every camera. And there's people behind him going, oh, how terrible. There was a blonde-haired woman going, oh, they stole your records. They stole your employee records. They stole all the files of all the kids who've been, oh, now you'll never be able to prove anything. Oh, you're in such a bad spot. That's what happens today. It's all bullshit. And now they're turning the CNN turned on today and said, you're picking on Somalis. And they said, no, we're picking on people involved in fraud. You're picking on the Somali people. Well, if the Somali people are involved in fraud, then I guess they're getting picked on. You see, that's racist. No, it's fraud.
Papa,
That's all.
Papa Smurf says they say one of the daycare's phone numbers went right to Tim's office.
It did. Several were forwarded right to Tim's office. So if you had a complaint, the governor, Tim Walz, could deal with the complaint. If you had a complaint and said, I'm coming down here, I'm bringing my lawyer, I'm bringing the cops, it went to Tim Walz's phone. It went to his office. All of them were forwarded, and he's pretending he didn't know? How could you not know? All the phone numbers were forwarded to your office, so you could deal with the complaints. No. And what bothers me the most is Kamala Harris picked this fucking moron as a running mate. This guy was almost in charge of shit. Yeah, figured that one out.
Well, he probably was promised a lot more where that came from if he became vice president.
I think it's the other way around. Now, no one's talking about this. This is just my dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. You get your pen and paper right now. I think that Tim Walz was picked because he said, you have no idea how much money I have access to, and I can help do some stuff. I think it's the other way around. If I had to guess, that's me. What do I know?
Just you're just a dumb mechanic
Just
in the middle of the desert.
drinking whiskey, not knowing anything in the fuck. I'm probably wrong on all counts. What do I don't.
Wow.
The other one that I got into an argument today, and I won't tell you with who, was my Mamba Damby. He's going to get sworn in as the mayor of New York on a Bible. No. Put your right hand on the Bible, put your left hand in the air, put your right hand in the air, left hand on the
Right
Bible.
hand up,
right hand up, left hand
on the
Bible.
Bible.
No. It's going to be on a Quran. And the argument is you're trying to say, put your right hand up, put your left hand on the Bible. You're trying to say this is a very important moment and I swear by everything I believe in. And if you want to make it count with this guy, have him swear on a Quran because that's what he believes. Then he will take his vow seriously. I have a different view.
Me too.
I think you're ruining the traditions of this country that were set in Christian values, and then everybody attacks me and says, no Christian, no Christian, no Christian. But do you know that 12 of the 13 colonies, you couldn't even be in any form of their government unless you were a practicing Christian? It says so right in their own bylaws, right in their own amendments, right in their own state constitutions. You had to be not just a Christian, you had to be a practicing Christian before you could even serve. So don't tell me that when those 13 colonies wrote the Declaration of Independence, when they wrote the Constitution, that it wasn't based in that. Their own rule said you can't be in government unless you're a practicing Christian. 12 out of the 13. Go fucking look it up. It's traditions. It's eroding the things that are part of our country, and they're changing them. I hope that this guy fails miserably, so bad he's removed. And people go, okay, this was a bad idea. Nobody else run for mayor anywhere because this doesn't work. I'm hoping that this is a bad example that it keeps people from doing it in other states. But that's just me. Again, what do I know?
I don't know. Dragon Slayer Jade says DHS should be doing the inspections of these places. It's not the governor's fault. DHS dropped the ball. Work the chain backwards from the owners of the daycares. See who dropped the ball for inspections, validations, vetting true daycares.
Okay, I'll go the other way. I'll swing the pendulum completely the other way. Where in the Constitution does it say the government is supposed to be in childcare? Show me anywhere in the Constitution where the government is supposed to take taxpayer money and supplement childcare. Why is the government in the childcare business at all? Let's just cut it off right at the nuts. Then it doesn't matter. Let's just go back that far. All right, sorry, getting off. Clearly drunk, getting off on a tangent. Are we banned yet? Are we banned everywhere?
Not that I know of.
Wow.
Nobody has reported
miracle.
anything.
All right.
Staff is saying we're still good.
You know why we're still on Facebook? because Shiloh Ferguson, the moderator on Facebook, has Facebook one ball in each hand and go, you will not cut off the general. That's the only thing holding us together is Shiloh's firm grip on the testicles of Facebook.
Wow.
Well done, Shiloh. Way to man up. I'm digging you.
She has Facebook on lock.
She does, I'm telling you.
She is good over there.
All right, come on. I'm already drunk. What we got? We still got
Anybody else got any
11 minutes. You got
questions?
something? Throw it out. 11 minutes. You want to ask something personal about Gen X Mom? I'm drunk enough to answer.
John Morgan for $2 says Quran says that they supposedly lie to non-Muslims.
Yeah. The Quran says you are allowed to lie, cheat, and steal to non-Muslims because they're not even people. You can do whatever you want. You can treat them as bad as you want. Doesn't matter. There's no limit. There's no rules on that. They can do whatever they want to us.
Kristen
right.
Hartman says, and also, why do Somalis need daycare when 80% of them are on welfare and don't work?
Yeah. And there's no kids in those things that they showed on that. What was the guy's name? Nicholas something? Okay, I'm drunk right now, so I can't remember. I can't even tell you how much I've had to drink tonight. A lot. But anyway, go ahead.
Let's see.
You guys got 10 minutes to ask any question you want. I'll answer it.
I got something to say, Danny H. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Danny H., you're a kindred spirit. We're brothers from another mother with that one. That's absolutely right. It's better to burn out than to fade away. That's been quoted many times throughout history. My favorite is the Kurgan. Anybody know who the Kurgan is? Gen X Mom, do you know who the Kurgan is?
I
Who
can't
said
remember.
that? He goes, it's better to burn out than to fade away.
Okay.
Do you not know who that is? You don't know that line?
I do. I remember.
Then we're getting divorced if you can't tell me.
Wow.
I'll divorce you right now. I love you, but I got to divorce you.
I can't remember. I'm reading.
The Kurgan. I'm so hurt right now.
Oh, God, get over it.
I'll tell you this. Gen X Mom, ready? The Kurgan was speaking to Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
Yes. Everybody says Highlander.
There you go.
Give
Way
us
to-
another story, Jason Bertrand says.
We only got 9 minutes. We don't have time for a full other story.
Wow.
Briggs took up story time with the story about his girlfriend.
General, would you continue to gamble or go back if you won big?
Oh, I wouldn't if I don't gamble. I'm not a gambler. I've lived in Las Vegas. I live now in Nevada, again near Reno. There's gambling at every gas station. I'm just not interested in it. I can't tell you why. I'd like to say, well, I don't gamble because I'm not putting my hard-earned money into that machine. I don't think like that. I don't think it through. It's just not something I'm interested in. I think if I won big at something, I'd walk away and go, okay, well, thanks. Would not go back trying to do it again.
You like playing roulette.
I like playing the electronic roulette
Yeah, but
and blackjack.
yes, he likes card games, but I wouldn't go on a slot machine anymore as their video and computer. I won't do
I
that.
took you once I think it was at the Red Rock. This is like 10 years ago. I made you go into the high rollers area.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And it was the minimum was $100 a pull. And you were like, I don't want to be in here, Candy. I said, just try it for a little bit. And you won a little bit, lost a little bit, won a little bit, lost a little bit. By the time you were done, you'd lost it all. And you left, but you were sick to your stomach that we lost money. And I just wanted you to try it that once. And we never went back.
Right.
But yeah, Gen X Mom did not like the slot machines in the high roller area at all.
Yeah, Barry Dano is checking in for $10. Happy New Year. Sorry I haven't been around. Health and housing problems, but my feet are on the sunny side of the dirt.
My man, Barry Dano.
Papa Smurf says, General, what was the most romantic night you and the Queen had? That's a little personal.
Romantic night. Most romantic night. I would say, and she might agree with me on this, we had a story that we've told back and forth to each other. One time we were dating years and years ago, centuries ago. We called it our perfect weekend because we were very far apart and I had to fly her up to where I was and we spent a weekend together. And we got hooked on the song Crocodile Rock by Elton John. We ended up having dinner at this huge 5-star blue chip restaurant that was on some golf course, someplace really famous. I don't even remember where it was, but it was on prom night. And all the dates were there. There was 300 kids there in their limousines and their rented Ferraris. And I remember we just sat back and we people watched. We listened to these high school kids have their conversations about what they were doing, what they were going to do, what they weren't going to do. And part of that weekend, actually was the beginning of that weekend, I picked her up from the airport, took her back to the hotel room, and I had rearranged the hotel room it was kind of a suite, so it was a little bit larger, and I had changed the lighting on the ceiling. Some of them were lights you could move, and I climbed on a chair and I put the lights down so that 3 lights were shining in the center of the room. I had brought her to the center of the room, turned out all the other lights because she got in at night, and I turned out all the lights, turned on the 3 lights on her, and she got the effect. She was standing there, and I handed her a jewelry box, and I said, "You can open it, but you can't touch it." And remember, I didn't have much money back then. Still don't, but had less then. And she opened this up, and I said, she's looking at this little ring, and I said, "This is a promise ring." And I started walking around her in a circle very slowly so she could hear me. And I was just out of the light. She knew where I was. And I said, "I promise to always take care of you. I promise to always protect you. I promise to always defend you and the children. I promise that I will always give you my best effort. I promise that I will always be faithful to you." I had this speech that I had rehearsed 100 times, especially on the 3-hour drive to where we were going. And I ended up my speech, which I fumbled and fucked up, I'm sure. And I stopped right in front of her and I said, "But most of all, I promise to love you with every breath until the moment I die." And I ended up standing in front of her, and she took the ring out and put it on her finger, and she was crying. And then we hugged for a little bit, and we went to dinner. We went out, and I just remember, and that was part of that weekend about that we did stuff like that. And it was just this goofy oddball weekend where we went for donuts in the middle of the day one time. We had the dinner at that golf course. We
sang in the van.
We sang driving and doing stuff. I wish I could remember what CD that was that we had, because I think the Elton John song was at the very end of that CD.
I still have that ring after many years.
Are you wearing it now?
I am wearing it.
Are you wearing it right now? That
Yeah.
simple little band. Show everybody if you really are.
It's next to my wedding bands.
Point to it so they can see it.
It's this first one right here.
It was just this simple little band. It was all I could afford, and I remember bringing it to her, and I just gave her that speech. That was probably at the top of
I can't even get my finger to do this one.
at romantic. That was a romantic weekend, and everything we did that thing. I remember when she got back on the plane to go home, and I had to drive back to where I live because we were still 1,000 miles apart. I remember being heartbroken like no man has ever been heartbroken before. It just about killed me. And there you go. That's one. That's a true story. Exactly how it happened. And I could probably remember more stuff from that weekend, but I remember I just didn't want that weekend to end. I could have lived in that moment probably for the rest of my life. That's how good it was. And everything we did had some little goofy story that went along with it. It was really something.
Yeah. All right. We have 2 minutes. Everybody needs to go get a glass.
2 minutes until Happy New Year on the East Coast.
We are going to be celebrating New Year's on the East Coast in 2 minutes. And
right now, the crowd is roaring. Dick Clark is getting ready for the ball to drop.
there's actually, for the very first time, 2 balls dropping.
What? Wait. Are you joking? Are you making a sexual joke?
No, I'm being serious. No, they're dropping the traditional one, and then they're dropping a 250th
Oh,
to
for the country.
to announce it. Yes.
Yeah, America turns 250 years old. You know what I remember?
What do you remember?
I remember the last one in 1976,
1976. Yep.
50 years ago.
That was very cool.
I remember on Penrose Street, right up from Tuxford, the first little cul-de-sac to the north, Brian Buttes' dad went out in the street with white paint and a roller, and he wrote very neatly, "Happy Birthday, America," on the street. And
Stayed for a long time.
it stayed for damn near 30 years. I could still go by and see the San Fernando Valley, Tuxford Street. You go up from Tuxford up Penrose, the first left you can make on the first cul-de-sac past the wash. It was written right there, "Happy
30
Birthday,
seconds.
America."
Let's raise a glass.
I've
Happy
got
New
some
Year,
in mind right
everyone.
here.
New Year's is upon us. 2026.
Waiting for it to go. I don't have a countdown though. Do you have it? Do you know the countdown?
No, I
9
don't have
o'clock,
seconds.
right there. It just went up.
We just went. Happy
Happy
New Year,
New Year.
everyone. Ooh. Way to go. Happy New
a
Year.
third of the country is now in 2026. Nevada has to wait a little bit.
That's okay.
But we made it. We made it to the end. I hope the Briggs story didn't bum you guys out. I could have told more stories, but it's also a part of the learning curve that we've all been on. You guys have learned about us, our health, our relationship, things that we've gone through, and now you guys have followed along with Briggs. A lot of you have. Michael Dawson especially has been in tune with the ups and downs of Briggs and where he's been going. Michael Dawson, one of the OG members of Gen X Talks way back in the beginning, as many of you are. Listen, I got to go. It's time for me to get out of here. I made it. For those of you betting on the over-under, I made the over. I made it all the way to the end. We will tally up. Is there anything else in the sheets that we have to know about?
I don't think so.
Just double check there.
Taz on Rumble says, "Hey, look, America's balls finally dropped."
America's balls finally dropped. Well, I guess in the scheme of things, that's not too bad.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank
Enjoy
you guys
your
for
evening.
listening in. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Love
Thank
you all.
you guys for listening in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you're tuning in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 3 things in life. Number 1, we will see you tomorrow for the podcast at 10 a.m. Los Angeles time. Number 2, remember wherever you go in this world, there you are. And number 3, remember I got to go, baby. I got to get out of here. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out because I'm gone.